I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran has mentioned if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you, peace about your friends. And today again we have another person to expose. Actually, we did many videos before, and I just posted under his video a challenge to let me call him this coward. He will never dare to do so, but that doesn't matter. You know, we know why he don't dare to let me call him. Always ask yourself, all those who attack Christianity, why they don't dare to speak to me? I mean, as long you claim to be a rabbi, and it's very easy for you to refute us, and you are a person who people call you, let me call you too. Can I? Coward son of Muta. So this coward, actually he looked like a hamster. You know, we made a video yesterday about hamster. This is how hamster behave. He is a coward. If somebody is a rabbi and somebody asks you about your faith, why you are going to hide your faith? Why you don't say what you believe? Because you are a hamster. That. All right, we lost the connection for a few seconds. I hope it's working back now. Is it working? All right. You know, we have a very bad storm yesterday here. Actually, we lost the internet. So ask yourself, if somebody is asking you why Muslims believe that Jesus is the Messiah, shouldn't you say, you know, Islam is a lie? As long as you don't believe that the Messiah is Jesus is the true Messiah, why you don't say whoever says that is a liar? The reason you don't dare to say that, because you are not a rabbi, you are a businessman. You will never dare to offend Abdul, which means you will never dare to give a true answer. Why? Because you are not a man. You are a coward. So the question, listen to the question and listen to the answer.
Who are interested in these things that really matter. They really matter to really go back to the original sources. Like, I didn't quote a single...
Yeah, let us go to the original sources. Yeah. Let us go to the original sources. Will we have it? Potato? What's really matter? What's really matter? What's really matter? Let us go to the original sources. And now the question is, there will never be answer. And look at this second hamster sitting next to him.
Single scholar tonight. Why? Because... like, we want to know, what does the original text say? Let's go back to the original. Let's, read it for yourself, all right?
We did. And now let us go to the question, hamster. From now on, we will call you hamster because you look like one.
You can't see me, but I actually showed him earlier. Can I have a bonus round question as we go? One small one. I don't want a lot of time from you. Just a simple question.
Go for it.
All right. Why do Muslims keep Jesus in their tradition? I mean, even they had rabbis. They knew rabbis. They knew the rabbinic literature. At least it appears to me from the scholarship I've been digging into. They knew this. And they saw how Jews looked at Jesus as not the Messiah, but they venerated him in some degree. They seem to want to have a different kind of Jesus than what we even see in the Gospels. Can you give us just a two-minute something on this?
So this really fits so neatly into what we were just discussing. So Muslims are using the term Mashiach about Jesus, Isa. Christians are using the term Messiah about what they believe in. Jews use the term Messiah. We don't believe in Jesus. But the key is that Christians, Jews, and Muslims mean something really different. Thank you. So that's a great question. For example, let's go to the heart of the matter. To Muslims, first of all, Jesus was a prophet. No more.
Son of Muta, it doesn't matter. The question is, look at your title. Is Jesus the Messiah or not? Do you see how coward this idiot? He is the one who wrote that title by his hand. They are not asking you if they have Jesus as a prophet or not. They are not asking you if Jesus is a different person or not. They are asking you, is Jesus the Messiah? The son of Muta will spend 10 hours talking. He will never give the answer. And now let me show you a Muslim. He just posted an answer here. And I'm going to take calls from Muslims so we can expose Islam too. We expose the hamster who called himself Rabbi and the hamster Muhammad. A person, he called himself Joseph. Obviously you're not a Muslim. And this is the thing about Muslims. They use Christian names. It is because they don't worship him. He does not endorse Islam. He appreciates them not to worship a man. Well, you just get your prophet busted because according to the stupid Quran, the Jews, they worship a man. Let us go to the yellow pages of Muhammad. The same verse says that the Christian, they worship Jesus. The same verse says that the Jews, they worship a man. His name is Uzair. So you are a son of Muta, like the other son of Muta, and all of you, you end as a son of Muta, and today we are doing Muta. Isn't it? This is your stupid Quran. So he don't appreciate that the Jews worship, the Muslims don't worship a man. But according to Islam, you worship a man, the Jews worship a man, and this is the Quran. How come he don't say this is a lie? Are you there, Muta boy? This is the stupid Quran, chapter 9, verse number 30, saying, the Jews says Uzair is a son of Allah. Look what the heck. And the Christians say the Messiah is a son of Allah. You are not a Muslim? So what are you? What are you? What are you? Give me your religion. Give me. I'm not a Muslim. What are you? I'm not a Muslim. So what are you? Are you a Jew? So when the Muslim, they ask question to a person he claimed to be a rabbi. Okay, Muhammad, he believed that the Messiah is Jesus. Do you believe the Messiah is Jesus? He will say, no, we don't believe the Messiah is Jesus. So did Muhammad lie? Obviously he did lie then, correct? Is that correct, people? This is how a brave man, a man of faith, he answer. This coward, he will speak. If you watch the whole video, for 10 years, he will never say Muhammad lied. Isn't it the stupid Quran in chapter 3, verse number 45? It says that the angels came to Mary and they told Mary there is a boy, he is going to be born. His name is Isa, and his name is the Messiah. So the question is in his stupid title, and he is the one who wrote the title, this hamster. Why do Muslims believe that Jesus is the Messiah? He will start telling you the Muslims, they believe in different Messiah, different person, different Jesus. He's a prophet for them. It doesn't matter. It's not a question. Is he the Messiah or not? Secondly, when you say different, you potato, son of Mut'ah. When the Quran says this is the son of Mary, when the Quran says that Mary, she was a virgin, isn't it obvious this is the same Jesus? So when you're saying that Muslims believe in different Messiah, you know, he's trying to avoid the answer. He is a sneaky like a snake. He is a coward as coward can be. He is son of Mut'ah. He don't dare to say the truth. And not only that, the funny is, if you go down in his page, you will find all his supporters are Muslims. Here you see that there is something wrong. I'm going to open my Skype before I talk about next in this topic here. Any Muslim would like to call and speak of the topic, please feel free. I'm opening my Skype. And get ready for what's coming. Let us open Skype. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Who is a Muslim is brave to call us and tell us what he think about this rabbi. Or he called himself rabbi. My Skype is open. We take calls from Abdul. Doesn't matter how big they are or how small. So let us read the comment. This Muslim, he is from Persia. For the first time in his life, he listened to him. All right. He is happy with his king, Korosh. Hold on. But isn't it the Quran? Isn't it Muhammad? He curse you and curse your Caesar? Huh? What stupid people, man. He's a Muslim and you are proud about this king. Isn't it the Prophet of Islam? He says the one who is proud about his heritage before Islam, tell him to go and bite the penis of his father. Potato. Next Muslim. I am a Muslim and I love Rabbi. I am a Muslim and I love Rabbi. All right. Let us see if we have any Abdul. If you text me and you don't want to take my call, I will block you. As simple as that. So I will call you one more time. If you don't accept, you are blocked forever. Okay, take a hike. Let us block you. Let us see the second one. This Muslim saying to me, you are finished. Let us see the finished. The finished boy. Oh boy. The second Muslim is a flat tire too. Let us see the other Muslim. All of them have flat tire. We cannot even connect with them. All of those Muslims, they have a stolen internet, obviously. Let us see.
Hello?
Yes, you are live on air.
Hello, Christian Prince.
Yes, my friend, you are live on air.
Okay, it is you who called me.
Can you mute YouTube, please, because I hear myself twice.
No, sir. Okay, maybe it's open now. 1
All right.
second.
So did
Is
you?
it okay?
Are you listening to us on YouTube? Are you
No.
listening to the topic? Oh, okay.
No.
So I don't know why they are. There's like an echo. Anyway, so the topic is there is a rabbi. He's a Jew, and when they ask him why the Muslim believe that Jesus is the Messiah, he said that the Muslims, they have different Jesus. Do you Muslims have different Jesus?
My friend, I'm an ex-Muslim.
Oh, sorry. I could see for me.
Yeah. I I have a conversation with you last summer. So, and you convinced me that Islam is wrong and
Oh,
peace
okay.
of
So you
Christ.
left Islam with us. You left Islam with us live on air, correct?
Yeah, right.
All right,
I'm
all right.
ex-Muslim from Russia. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I
We had a
apologize. I thought
conversation.
because I see a Muslim name in front of me, so I don't know.
Yeah. It's my
Yeah.
nickname.
All
My
right.
real name.
Okay. So you wanted me to call you for what reason then?
It was your live stream a few days ago, so
Yeah.
I just wanted to call you and to
All right.
say thank you so much.
You're welcome. Do you know that we have our 2 books translated now in Russian?
Yeah, of course.
And
Yeah,
actually, we
my
have
Russian
3.
friends.
We have 6 and Allah too. 6 and Allah too in Russian.
Yes,
You get that copy?
and recently I received this book, yes, from my fellow Christians brothers, and okay, we are reading it right now.
All right.
Christian Prince. Do you know that guy from Egypt? His name is Said, who is an ex-Muslim, now Christian, and he has live streams on Arabic and preach to Muslims the gospel.
No, I don't know them.
He is from Egypt and now he lives in Russia, and I knew him, and he has a Russian wife, but
All right.
a few days ago he divorced, unfortunately.
Well, this is not my friend. This is not my business. I want from you to share my books with everybody. As you see, we give it for free, so people who they are Russian, Ukrainian, etc., whoever speak Russian, they can enjoy the knowledge for free. All right. So
yes,
I depend in Russian people
you.
like you to spread the truth.
Yes. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. Let us take a call from Muslims. Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right. We thought he's a Muslim. It turned to be not. He's an ex-Muslim. He decided to leave Islam live on air, but I forgot about him. It was a year ago. Hello?
Your mother is a whore.
Okay. Well, thank you. Not this guy now. Not this guy. This is the same guy who, said to us, the prophet, his God is a sun moon. Not now. We want someone else. A Muslim, he called us to tell us what he think about his mother, what you can say. You have to agree. Let's call this guy. Okay, now it's time to block you. Call declined. This guy is just trying to disturb us. Do we have any brave Muslim? Do we have any brave Muslim? What we see in front of us, proving that the Rabbi and Muhammad both are fraud. Not again this guy, what he want? Yes, Shazi.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, how are you? Why you are calling me now?
Because you told me, you were asking me something about Christianity, and I said, I'm busy right now.
No, we have a topic now. We are talking about a rabbi. His name is Tovia Sanger.
So you don't want to talk about Christianity at all?
We are talking about Christianity, but we have a topic now. We have to, we choose a topic for today to talk about it. When we finish it, we can talk about that if you want.
Okay, sir. I'm waiting then. Thank you.
All right. Do we have any Muhammadan? Any Muhammadan? Anyone? You know, one of the reasons, by the way, I hate Skype. I will give you, even this is out of the topic. There is some people, they have mental illness, literally. And it's happened that those people who they are stalking me, they are women. You don't want to talk to them, but they want to talk to you. They are in love, brother. I mean, look at this mad woman. Look how many names I keep blocking her, she keep coming back. I keep blocking her, she keep coming back. She keep coming back. I mean, what a mental creature. Nightmare. She is really a nightmare. Each one of those is different name in Skype. Because I keep blocking her. Each time she texts me, I love you, I'm crazy about you. What the heck is that? Somebody do something. Mental illness. Lord have mercy. Do you see why sometimes I shut the chat, sometimes I shut even the comment section? I mean, there is some people, they are more stupid than Muhammad. Literally more stupid than Muhammad. I cannot even find description for stupidity no more. Let us go back to the topic. I'm a Muslim. I love Rabbi Tovia talk. I love his honesty. Hey Muslims, anyone want to explain to us what's happening here? How come all of you became in love with the Jews? I want really to make a case study about the love of Muslim to a rabbi, and he is a Jew. But remember, this rabbi is not a Muslim. So which means, if you don't dare to say it, still he is saying Muhammad is a false prophet. So why Muslim they are saying what they are saying in the chat here or in the comment section? Any Muslim? Who is a Muslim who love Rabbi Tovia Singer is willing to call us? I am a Muslim from Indonesia. Look, all his channel, actually, nobody watch his channel except Muslims. Is that telling you the truth? This is telling you what it is, right? Any Muslim want to explain to us? Any Abdul? Who is Abdul wanna call us and tell us why he love? You know, I'm not against you to love him. I actually encourage such a love. You know, I hope you get married soon. But this is not, you know, what we are seeking here. Look at this guy saying, was there a fact somebody named Jesus? Does the New Testament provide an actual fact? Is Jesus a composite? I am very interested, Rabbi Singer view. Subject, there's no Jesus. Jesus doesn't exist. So again, you're confirming that Muhammad is a fraud. Because how Muhammad says then Jesus does exist? They don't dare to say that Muhammad is a fraud. But they do dare to say that Christianity is false. Potato. Do you know there is underground channels, some countries where people get paid little money to troll in YouTube? I do not know about that. This is a conspiracy I cannot support. Why somebody want to do underground market to pay somebody to troll in YouTube? What does that mean? Sound fishy for me. Sound like, you know, sound like what, this is a Muhammad prophecy or something, you know, sound like the Quran for me. Yeah, because the Quran is the book of trolling. So any Muslim wanna call us and tell us why he is in love with Tovia Singer? Anyone? And look, all of them, they are from Indonesia, brother. And now this guy from India. Big respect, Rabbi Tovia Singer. Any Muslim? And I posted a comment in his stupid video. It doesn't appear here in this page because it was before I posted the comment. I guess it was open from before. But if we refresh the page, let us do so. Give me a second. All of them, they are in love with Tovia singer, brother. All of them. No exception. No exception. No exception. Like, what happened to my comment? I just posted a comment. It's not there. Look. Let us see, maybe by changing to sort by newest first. Maybe that will make it appear. Here we go. Tovia singer is a coward. He will never dare to talk to me. He will never dare to say Muhammad lied when he said Jesus is the Christ. Why? Because he is a snake, not a man. Watch my video exposing this businessman who don't dare to say, see, his faith in Islam. Is that the truth? Because if Jesus is not the Christ in Christianity, well, he is not the Christ in Islam. As simple as that. Why you don't dare to say the same thing you say to the Christians? You don't dare to say the same thing to the Muslims? Because you are a hamster, son of Muta. You are doing a business. You are doing a business. You sell jewelry. You sell jewelry in Indonesia. So you will never dare to say that. Another smart Abdul is saying, just to show you the intelligence, don't shit on the man, excuse my language, I'm just reading. You are saying if he is a man, he do have said it as is. No, he did not say it as it, because if he don't believe that the Messiah is Jesus, then he have to say and he have to admit then Muhammad is a liar. So he's a coward, he will never dare say it. And then he said to me, show my face. Why you want to see my face? Are you a homosexual? You must be a homo like your prophet. Why you are interested in my face? Are you looking for a date? What you get from his face anyway? But because you have no excuse, the person he just get your prophet busted, and not only that, wait, it's even getting better. This man, he claimed that Muhammad is a big fat liar without saying it. Let us get you busted, you and him. This is the same guy, he said, that the story in the Quran about, but he did not dare to say the Quran, by the way, because he's a hamster. He said that the story in the Bible, which is in the Quran, that Mary, she was a virgin, is a story stolen from the Greek mythology. Watch and laugh. Your prophet is a fraud, according to this guy. Your prophet is a son of Muta, according to this guy. Your prophet is a fabricator, according to this guy, and he is stealing from the Greek mythology. Listen. By the way, if you go and check all the stories he mentioned, none of them have to be even close, because all those stories about a man and a woman, they are having sex. The story of Jesus, he is not born of any sexual relationship. So this coward, son of Muta, again, is lying, mentioning names have nothing to do, not even close. But the point is, he is saying that the story which is in the Bible, which is in the Quran, is a theft from the Greek mythology. But do he dare to say Muhammad is a fraud? Oh, there's no sound for him. Hold on. Let us fix it. I apologize for that. We will fix it. Here we go. All right, now you will hear his voice.
That liar when he said
that Jesus is born of a virgin. Listen and laugh.
Individuals, like the mythical founder of Rome, Romulus, was said to be born of a virgin and God. Pythagoras, the philosopher, was said to be born of a virgin. Octavius, Caesar Augustus, the adopted son of Julius Caesar, was said to have been was the son of God, and then he was born. I mean, this is like Hercules was said to have been conceived by a relationship between Zeus and his mother. So what happened is, as Christianity was leaving Jerusalem and moving toward Athens, it was adopting the ideas that had emerged from Greece rather than from Jerusalem.
Did you hear it, Muslims? So when you're a prophet, you say that Mary, she gave birth to Jesus and she was a virgin. Muhammad is a liar. Did you hear it, Muslims? Yet in the comment section you say that this guy, we love him. Can you believe this stupidity? Can you believe the stupidity? Muslims, Tovia Singer is spitting at your prophet. He just said, and you heard him, that the story of Mary giving birth as virgin is a story stolen from the Greek mythology. Yet you stupid Abdul, you go in his channel and you support him. And you say, I love what you say. Why? Just because you attack Christianity. So what is between you and this filthy man is a common ground, is hating Jesus. Both of you hate one person, Jesus. So the hate to Jesus unite you. Even in the way he is stepping and he is farting and he is doing poo-poo in the top of your prophet, it is not the problem. Because as long he is against Christianity, we say we love you. So what we notice here, that both are hypocrite, in bed together, but in the same time they are enemies. Who is a Muslim is willing to call me and tell me why you are in love with this man. He just said that your God Allah is a fraud. Your God Allah, he stole the story of the Virgin Mary from the Greek mythology. Any Muhammadan? I mean, can you believe the stupidity? And just right now, I'm talking to you. You know what I'm doing? I'm just blocking this woman who is sending me kisses. I hate Skype. And if I stop accepting from anyone, then Muslim cannot contact me. I mean, I am now talking about Tovia Singer. In the same time, I'm receiving from a mad woman. She's like Aisha. I don't know what's wrong with her. Look at this. Sorry, I have to expose you because you are stupid. Look at this. What I would do with those people? You tell me. I am blocking names of this woman for the last, since I came, like open Skype, I'm just blocking names now. She have 1 billion name texting me. What a mental. You are qualified to be a prophet in Islam, literally, because you have all the requirement. Do we have any brave Muslim can call us and tell us why you Muslims are supporting this guy when he is saying that the story in the Quran is a lie? When your prophet is a liar and he's a fraud? When your God is a fraud and he himself, if the story in the Quran about Mary being a virgin is stolen from the Greek mythology, that means Allah himself is stolen from the Greek mythology. Any Muhammadan? No, my friend, option. Because the Abdul, they claim that they knew who I am, and the Abdul, they claim that they have my pictures, so it doesn't make any difference. And you are wasting my time, option select. Take care, take a hike. The Muslim, they claim they know who I am, they claim they have my address, they claim they have my pictures, they claim etc. And same time, actually, it's not hard to find who I am. What a big deal. I have my books for sale in Amazon. I go and do seminars in person. I made seminars in every country you can imagine. So when the Muslim, they say, show us your face, this is an excuse not to debate me. As simple as that. Otherwise, who care about showing my face or not? You are debating what are my answers, not my face. And not to forget to mention that Allah himself, he don't show his face. I am Allah, worship me. What you can do about it? Isn't it Allah, he says, at least I don't wear hijab. Your God Allah is a female. Allah, he says, he wear hijab. Am I lying? So look at those idiots. They try to change the topic to be something else. Who care about my face? Am I a prophet? You want to worship me? I am Allah. I'm a person exposing your lies. It's not given to any human being that Allah should speak to him unless by inspiration or from behind a veil. I am not wearing a veil. Your God Allah is a female. He's wearing a burqa. The word there is a translation for the word burqa. So your God is a female wearing burqa. Why you don't ask your Allah to show his face? So they cannot debate me. They have to run away from debating me to talk about something else. Show us your face. Right? Even Mimi Hijab, his last name is Hijab, which means, you know, in the Middle East, they call you by a name. Your last name present who they are either an honor or an insult. When a man is called his last name Hijab, simply it's an insult. Imagine your last name is Burqa. So obviously he's coming from a coward family, maybe. Maybe. Now, we don't care really about private to weave a single. Let us debate. Another troll. Who is a Muslim would like to call me and tell me what is the secret between the love of Muhammadan to a person who he just said that Muhammad is a liar, without saying it, by the way, he don't dare to say it. The story of Mary is a mythology, and Islam is a fraud. And yet you Muslims, you sponsor him. I want to know the secret. Is it true that because of you, you hate Jesus? Is that really the reason? Anyone? Ali Dawa, he sent FaceTime, debate with the Christian Prince. What FaceTime is? What is that? There's something called FaceTime and AceTime. Here we go. I am in Skype. Anyone who dare to call me, let him call me. All of them, they are covered. They will never dare to do so. Get out of here. Fake. Admin, anyone who used the name of somebody, just block him right away. Like sometimes I see somebody using those Abduls from YouTube names coming here to make fun of them. Even if they are Christians, block them. We don't do what Muslims do. Any Muhammadan? Any Muhammadan dare to make a comment about Tovia Singer saying that the story of Mary is a fabrication and Mary, she was not a virgin? And by the way, this guy, he made a video, and I made him shish kebab too. He said, Mary, it says in Isaiah that Mary, she is going to be a virgin. It doesn't say that in Hebrew. It says she will be young. Like, hold on, you stupid donkey. So the sign is that a young woman, she will give a birth. Well, all young women, they do that. So what is the sign? Sign, it's a miracle. Sign, it is something doesn't happen. Something will happen once in the lifetime of humanity. So if a young woman, she gave birth, that is not a sign. Every day there's young women giving signs. This is how weak those who claim to be Jews. They are fake. They are not true Jews. You know, when the Bible speaks about the synagogue of the devil, synagogue of Satan, he was speaking about specifically about such a people like this guy. If you go to the book of Malachi, you will see in chapter 1, it says clearly that the Lord, he said, I have loved you. Okay, talking to who? He's talking to the children of Israel, right? But in the same time, you will see how, you know, the Bible says the Lord, I have loved you. But you say, how have you loved us? Isn't not Esau, Jacob, a brother? Declare the Lord. Yet I have loved Jacob, but Esau I have hated. So what the verse is here, and this is what Paul, he quoted later, speaking about the false rabbis. So God, he loved Israel. God, he loved the children of Israel. But not everyone from the nation of Israel is being really loved. Isn't it Esau? Is Jacob a brother? And remember, this is from the Old Testament. So the Old Testament presents to us that there's a false people who they claim to be people of the Lord, but they are hypocrite, false. They are willing even to take a side with the one who killed the Jews. Every single Jew in the Arabian Peninsula was slaughtered by Muhammad. And yet, this false rabbi, he takes side with the one who raped the Jewish women, who killed the Jewish people, and he did a cleansing to the Christian and the Jews. Muhammad, in his filthy hadith, not only he teach hatred against the Christians, but he have a special hatred to the Jews. Way more than the Christians. To the point he said, prophesying that the hour will not come until the Muslims will attack the Jews. And if one of the Jews was able to escape, he thought he ran away from being killed, and he hid behind a tree or a rock. The tree and the rock, they will say, there is a Jew behind me, kill him. This is the filthy Muhammad. In the same time, this rabbi, who he claimed to be a rabbi, he don't like Jesus. He don't like Jesus. Jesus is bad for him. But Jesus is the one who says, forgive them, Father. They do not know what they are doing. Do you see how much Jesus, he loved the Jewish people? They just put him on the cross. They just put nails in his hands. They just put nails in his feet. He is crucified literally. And even though he said, forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing. So you tell me how in the world somebody he taught us to love the Jews, they hate more than someone he killed the Jews. How this coward, and why this coward don't dare to say that Muhammad is the biggest threat to our existence to be alive, not only to religion. As you see, this filthy Muhammad is teaching genocide against the Jews. He don't want to kill one. He want to kill every single one. Women, children, doesn't matter. If we go back to the comment section and we see that the Muslim says that we appreciate you and I'm a Muslim. Like here, there's an honest person saying extremely misleading view. Islam is not Abrahamic faith. Good for you, my friend, Mr. Nathan. Look, he's an African brother. He is saying the truth. Islam is not Abrahamic. That is true. Today, we have a wave of people trying to sponsor the idea that Islam is Abrahamic. Even Trump himself, he signed an agreement between Emirat, Bahrain, Israel, called the Abrahamic Peace. And here you see how politics is deception. Now Islam is Abrahamic just because they want to get the benefit of politics. You see? The Abrahamic agreement. This is what they call it. So you have three liars, Trump, the Muslim leaders, the Jewish leaders. They are lying to each other. Oh, we are Abrahamic. Just in order to make a politics achievement. But all of us, we knew that this is a lie. I am a Muslim. I love Rabbi Tovia talk. I love his honesty. But look what happened here. When the Muslim, they say, I love his honesty, that means Muhammad is a fraud. Why? Because he said that you will find between those, the most people who hate Muslims, according to Muhammad, is those who call themselves Jews. Muhammad was wrong, look like it. Muhammad was wrong. Muhammad actually was a liar, because as you see, there's love between the Jews and the Muslims these days. It's not working with Muhammad. So when Muhammad, he said, especially by the way, Muhammad for sure, he considered the rabbi is the biggest enemy. This guy's a rabbi, right? Okay. Chapter 5, verse number 64. Read with me carefully. The Jews says, Allah's hands is tied up, i.e., he does not give and spend from his bounty. So the Jews are making fun of Allah, and this is a proof that this guy, Tovia Singer, is a liar, because if the Jews are worshipping the same God, why they are saying Allah, his hand is tied up? Do you see it, people? Do you see the clear proof that the Jews and Muslims are not Abrahamic? Or they don't belong to the same person? Because the Jews are Abrahamic for sure. There's no question about that. So if the Jews are Abrahamic, and the Jews are making fun of Allah in the time of Muhammad, so how they are Abrahamic? People, are you listening? So if somebody in the future, he says to you, oh, we are Abrahamic, say to them then, so how come chapter 5 verse number 64 says that the Jews are making fun of Allah? Does it say in the front of us, it says the Jews say Allah's hands is tied up, they are making fun of this Allah, right? So if the Jews, they worship Allah, then they will never even dare to mention the word Allah. It's like saying Elohim, his hand is tied up. They will never dare to say that. It's like saying Jehovah or Yahweh or whatever word you can use, or Adonai or Hashem. They were never there to say that, because those words they used to call their God. But they are calling the God of Muhammad, making fun of him that he is disabled God, he can do nothing. So people, did we take a note? People, did we take a note? If you want to prove to the Muslims that the Jews, they never believe in the God of Muhammad, which chapter we use? Chapter 5, verse number 64. I want to see people typing it in the chat to be sure that your people remember it. When you want to prove to the Muhammadan that Islam have nothing to do with Judaism and they are not Abrahamic, you will use what? Chapter 5, verse number 64. What is exactly in this verse? The Jews are making fun of Allah. If they have the same God, they will never dare to do so. See, they are not making fun of Muhammad, they are making fun of the God of Muhammad. And then the response of Allah saying, Allah is cursing them. Allah is cursing them. And not only that, it says Allah will put enmity in their heart until the day of resurrection. And they are the people who make war. And each time they put a war, Allah will extinguish the fire of that war. Why? Because they are people of mischievement. And here, by the way, the translator, he exposed Islam. Because do you see the word Makkar? Makkar. You see Makkar or Makers? The Muslim translation, now because they are using it for the Jews, they did not hesitate to say the one who do mischievement. But Allah is Makkar. So what the Quran is saying, according to the filthy Muhammad, that the Jews are evil people and he will make them even more evil and he will put enmity in their heart forever. Do you see it? So how come suddenly the Muslims, they are in love with Tovia singer? Look like again Muhammad was wrong. The Quran is saying that the Jews, they do mischievement, but Tovia singer is not. He's a good boy. Look how many Muslims sharing their love and their harmony to Tovia singer, brother. Huh? Look, the Muslims, they are saying to him, we love you. Do you love me, baby? Huh? I'm a Muslim. I love Rabbi Tovia singer. Miss Gomez saying, do you see the love? So again, the text in the comment proving that Muhammad is a fraud. Because if this guy really is not evil, and if Allah, he promised that he put in the heart of the Jews evil until the day of judgment and hatred, then we find that there is a guy, his name is Tovia singer. He's like a Santa Claus for the Muslims. They are in love together. Why? Just because he insulted Jesus. And here you see that Islam is an antichrist religion. Because what they share together? They share one thing. Both are antichrist. And when I say both, I'm not speaking about the Jews. Remember, we Christian believe, remember that Paul, our great brother and church father, he was a Jew. And by the way, this coward in the video, he says, the Muslim, they hate Paul. So now we share something. We hate Paul, they hate Paul. Abdul, son of Muta. Muhammad never said something wrong about Paul. Do you know that? And not only that, the Quran is claim that Paul was one of the 3 messengers sent by Allah to the city of Antioch. So again, your knowledge about Islam is zero and you are a potato. You are a certified potato coward. If we go in the Quran, we will find a verse, which is very unique verse, by the way. Chapter 36, verse number 14. Speaking about three messengers were sent. The first two, they were not enough. And they were sent to the city of Antioch. People, do you see it? Which city? Now, who is the one who went to Antioch? The disciples of Jesus, right? Correct? Hey, Muslims, even your stupid Quran support that Jesus is God. Why? Because those are three messengers of Jesus. So how Jesus is a messenger, but he can send messengers? Isn't it messengers can be sent only by God? Do you see it? Three messengers were sent to Antioch. Who are they? We can go right now to Ibn Kathir, to Al-Thalabi, to many interpretation, and you will see that those three are, one of them is Paul, the second is Peter, the third is John. What you will do now? Tovia singer is in trouble. We have Abdul. Let us see if it's true Abdul or just a troll. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you are live on air. Go ahead. What do you want to say to us? Are you a Muslim?
Oh, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Is that a greeting of Muslims or a greeting of Christians? Hello?
You know...
Are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
You said to me, assalamu alaikum. Is that an Islamic greeting or this is a Christian greeting? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you. Do you now? I'm asking you. I'm saying you said to me.
Yes.
I'm saying you said to me, assalamu alaikum. Is that an Islamic greeting? I think you have a bad internet.
Oh.
You hear me now? Maybe if you exit any other program, you have it on. His name is a proud Muslim too. Let us see how proud he is. We'll call him again. You will lower the sound until he answers. All right, do you hear me now?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Sound good.
Okay.
So you said to me, assalamu alaikum. I was saying, is that an Islamic greeting or this is a Christian greeting? What's wrong with this connection? I cannot talk to you, my friend. Sorry, I have to hang up. I mean, get better internet and text me. We cannot do it this way. You see, even assalamu alaikum is a theft. When Muhammad, he saw an angel first time. When Muhammad, he saw an angel first time, according to Muhammad. He's saying he was downloading something. Okay, so are you done downloading now? Okay, let's call him again. Give it a try. We'll mute the sound so you don't hear the noise of the ringing, which is annoying. Let us hope he will answer. Yeah, Muslim countries are very active in downloading illegal software for free. Everything there is for free. He is not answering. Well, I have to hang up on the again. Okay. So when Muhammad, he first time met an angel, anyone ask himself why this angel never said to Muhammad, Assalamu alaikum? Never. When the angels came to Mary, they said to her, Shalom to you, Mary. Blessed you are between the women. So the first word they said to her is Shalom. Salamu alaikum. This is, by the way, it's exactly how it is. So even that one is a theft. Muhammad, he stole. Later he took it from the Jews. This is when Muhammad was not living with the Jews. He didn't know about it. When Muhammad started living with the Jews, he copied Assalamu alaikum from the Jews.
Hello.
Yes, you hear me now?
Shalom alaikum.
Shalom alaikum, shalom alaikum. That's good. Okay, so why your prophet did not say? So why your prophet never say, the angel when he came to him never said to him, Shalom to you, Muhammad? There we go. Okay, you know what? I have to block you because I'm not going to waste my time with somebody his internet not working. My friend, only Muslims can call me. If you aren't a Muslim, you cannot. Don't try. Any Muhammadan? Everything Muhammad he have is a theft from the Jews and from the Christians and from the Hindus. If you remember, we showed you before a video of Zakir Naik saying in the concept of God, he said that the concept of God in Hinduism and the concept of God in Islam is exactly the same. Is what? Is exactly the same. Why people don't listen? I just said only Muslims can call me. Let me block you. This one he keep trying to call. Very weird people. I say only Muslims can call. They want insist they want to call. Okay, here we go. You are blocked. Have fun. The concept of God. Let's put the video for you. Out there. This is a video made by Zakir Naik. Even the Photoshop of the thumb made by Zakir Naik, and this is the channel of Zakir Naik. The concept of God in Islam is exactly the same concept of God in Hinduism. Literally. It's not me who said that. It is Zakura. Zakura, go.
regarding the concept of God in Islam is quote to you Surah Ikhlas, chapter number 112, verse number 1 to 4, which says, Qul huwallahu ahad. Say, He is Allah, one and only.
You see, the word ahad in Arabic mean one of. The word ahad have different meaning too, because it's a name of an idol around the Kaaba. And there is a word close to it in the Hebrew. Say that a God is echad. Your God is echad. O Israel, your God is one. So, either Muhammad is trying to steal from the Jews, or Muhammad made a mistake, because the one in the Hebrew, echad does not mean one as a person. Echad mean unity. That's why the same word used when it says that the man, he leave his family and he become echad with his wife. So if the word echad is one as a person, as number, then the word is used wrongly when it's speaking about marriage. Echad is a merge, is unity. So here Muhammad copying from who? Let us find out.
Allah Samad. Allah, the absolute and eternal.
No, as-Samad is not eternal. You see, he did not even translate the word Samad. Samad is coming from the word Masmud. Masmud is around the Kaaba there was an idol. His name is Samud. He have a hole in his belly. People, they put donation inside it. This is Samad. And this is where the word Masmuda coming from. You make a little container from clay. You make a hole in it. And you put your coins in it to save it. This way, you will not be tempted to take the money and spend it, because you have to break the whole thing. This is called Masmuda. So, Allah is a Samad. He is a name of an idol. And actually, this is even exists in Ibn Kathir. Allah, He is a Samad, and Samud, Ibn Kathir, he says, Samud was one of the idols around the Kaaba. And we showed those references before.
Lam yalid wa lam yulad.
Allah did not give birth, he is not born. But this is what idols is. They never give birth.
He begets not, nor is begotten. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. There's nothing like him.
And this is again starting from the Bible. Nothing is equal to God. But what does that have to do with the proving is your God? Continue.
This is the four-line definition of Almighty God given in the glorious Quran. Any person says so and so candidate is God. If that candidate fits in this four-line definition, we Muslims have got no objection in accepting that candidate as God. And this is exactly what is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures, the same 4 points. The first.
Guys, did you hear exactly? Did you hear saying that this is exactly what is mentioned in the Hindu scriptures? Anyone, you notice similarity between Islam and this rabbi? Both of them, they are hypocrite. Suddenly, just because you want to win the Hindus to Islam, suddenly the Muslims and the Hindu, they have the same scriptures. Suddenly, both of them, they have the same concept of God. Suddenly, the Hindus are not pagan. This is exactly what the hamster Tovia singer does. They are in harmony with Islam. So you see, they share the bed together because this hamster, Zakir Naik, is a hypocrite. Every single Muslim, he knew that this is garbage. We don't agree with you. But not a single Muslim will make a video to expose him. Why? Because he's trying to win the Hindus. And Muslims are allowed to lie to win people to their cult. You see why I'm saying this? They are allowed to lie in order to win. It's not rejected. Okay. All right, I don't know. This person is saying to me, I'm not going to show it. I don't think he's using a real name anyway, but I'm going to show what he is saying. He just sent me this message now. Hi CP, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I converted to Islam 3 years ago, but I left last year because your video reopened my heart to the truth. And then, you know, you are the best and defeated apologist, okay, scholar, okay. Well, I'm so happy for you, my friend. So he left, you know, he converted to Islam 3 years ago, so which means he was not born from a Muslim family. And, you know, we are happy for you that you decide to leave Islam. And this is a message I just received now, you know. $12:16, and still texting me, actually, you know. Yeah. So I'm so happy for you, my friend, that you decide to leave the cult of Muhammad and his garbage. But now I'm sorry for you, because you will not get the endless penis. I mean, I don't know how sad you feel right now, but don't you feel bad because Allah, He promised you endless penis, and now your penis will not be endless? Isn't this the dream of every man, to have an endless penis? This way, you do not need to go anywhere. You can get your grocery by using your penis. Simply, you can hang a basket on it. Like now, if I have an endless penis, why I want to go to Walmart? I just put the basket at the end of it. Let it go in the street. Install a camera so I can see direction in front. And then I direct it to Walmart. And then I will attach a credit card with it, you know? And then I go to Walmart. I fill up the basket, you know, like somebody will assess your penis there, don't worry, you know. I mean, come on, because that will be a business for them, because everybody will use a business then. I mean his penis. So my friend, you left Islam and now you will not have an endless penis. I'm really, really sorry for you. Don't you want to have a woman with big boobs? Booby? Don't you want to enter the booby land? The booby land where the booby god is there, and enjoy the big nipples? Once I was debating a Muslim sheikh, and I said to him, how in the world your prophet, he promised us that our women in heaven, they will be having 1 mile ass? He said to me, what's wrong with that? I said, well, I find it wrong. He said, why? He thought I'm going to say it is too big, you know. So he was shocked. He said, don't men really like big women ass? I said, yeah, but this is not big, my friend. If I will be 96 or 90 mile tall, and then her ass is 1 mile, I mean, this is so small. He was shocked how stupid his God is. I mean, you will be 96 mile tall, and your wife, her ass is just 1 mile. Like, what the heck? The ratio is 1 to 96. And the wife, she will be 30 mile tall. So you are 3 times bigger than the wife, taller than the wife. So when you are standing, your wife, she will not be even standing next to your waist. Do we have any brave Muslim who would like to call us to make comment about the topic? What do you mean no sense? This is make a lot of sense. Okay, hold on. You see, the Prophet of Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Muslim, they don't even dare to say his name without saying sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Once I call the TV station, I keep saying to them, Salli ala Rasul, Allahumma salli wa sallim wa sallim. I say, you know, pray more in the Prophet. They say, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and they don't dare to say, for God's sake, what is your question? Why you are calling us? The coward, they don't dare to say, what's wrong with you, man? Stop repeating the same thing. I keep saying to them, pray on the Prophet. And they repeat. They don't dare to say stop. Because if they say, stop praying on the Prophet, the TV will be shut. They will burn it for them. They don't dare. And everybody, you know, I was trying to hold the people around me not to die laughing because the sound started coming. So I moved to a different room, you know. So, Salli ala Rasul, Allahumma salli wa sallim. Eid as-salah ala Rasul. Zid as-salah ala Rasul. Allahumma salli wa sallim. They don't dare to say stop. But look at this. Muhammad is the first prophet who established Playboy magazine ever. The idea of porn magazine was not created by a perverted man in USA. It was created by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. As you see, all those hadith. إن في الجنة لسوقا ما فيها شراء ولا بيع إلا الصور من الرجال والنساء فإذا اشتهى الرجل صورة دخل فيها. Translation: Indeed, in paradise there is a market in which no buying nor selling except for images of a man and a woman. So whenever a man he desire an image, he enter it and if it. So our friend here who sent me a message in Skype saying he left Islam, my friend, you will miss it. I mean, come on. If you want to learn Arabic, I have a channel in YouTube. It's called Arab for Christ. It's for free. Go and learn Arabic for free. Just to practice everything we say there. I have a class number 1, 2, 3, etc. Practice it and you will learn Arabic. In less than 2 weeks, 3 weeks maximum, you will learn how to write, how to read. Granted. Do we have any Muhammadan? Remember, by the way, here this hadith is teaching homosexuality too. Because the images is images of men and women. It's not images of women alone. So what is in the magazine? The magazine has or contain images of men and women. Okay? So images, let us make a line. Of who? Of men and women. Okay, who is the customer? A man. Do you see it? So the man, if he desire any of those images, which is images of what? Images of men and women. Images of men and women. So if this man, a Muhammadan, he desire an image of a man, he jump in it and they if each other. Somebody saying try always to mention the hadith number before reading the hadith. My friend, I will teach you a very easy way to find the hadith, because those numbers, by the way, they don't match. Depend in the translation books. Those are actually not real numbers. Always, if you want to find the hadith, you open the same website. You type 3 words like "Indeed in paradise there is a market." Type it, you will find the hadith. Very easy. Indeed in paradise there's a market. If you can remember more of it, well, you can put it just so. If I take now this line and I copy it and I search in the search engine, right away I will find the hadith. So even if I did not mention the number, just type exactly what you saw on the screen, especially we are showing it to you in English. You will find exactly the same hadith. Right? Now, do we have any Muhammadan would like to call us? Until now, we have 0 Muhammadan. Anyone? Mayday, mayday, mayday. Christian Prince challenging your God, challenging your prophet, challenging your books, challenging your religion, challenging the Jews, challenging the everybody. Who dare? who dare do this guy to weave a singer dare to let me call him and have a conversation for a few minutes? Do you think, guys, this guy, he dare? Here we go. I even posted a comment for him, but he never responded. Actually, I sent him an email and I made a video about it. He never responded. I made an email live and sent it to this coward. This is a long time ago. He never heard of my email. He played dead. Remember, those people don't present the Jews. The majority of the Jews already are Christians, and they are called Messianic Jews. Actually, here this person saying, there are Jews who believe in the Messiah, Jesus. They are called the Messianic Jews. Absolutely. And those are the majority, by the way. The reason until now Israel or the Jews who left, you know, they are not even 20 million, because the majority, they become Christians. Otherwise, there's no way a nation, after 1,000 of years, they will stay just few millions. Right? So remember one thing. Jesus, he come to us by the disciple. The disciple is the one who taught us about the Messiah. They are the one who taught us what happened with the Messiah, what he said. And all the disciples, they were Jews. So never in your heart hate somebody because he's a Jew. Hate evil. If a person is evil, hate him for his evil, not him as a person. But evil, all people do evil. Even people claim to be Christian, they do evil. So hate the evil they do, when they do evil. And this person obviously is a fraud. He don't even dare to say his belief. If you are a person trying to preach that Jesus is not the Messiah, well, then you should say that Jesus in Islam is not the Messiah, but he will never dare to say so because he is doing business. You know what I mean? When a Muslim, he asked me a question, like a Muslim asked me, what do you think about the crusade? Maybe with different one, we say, oh, the crusade was bad. No, the crusade was so good. Why it was bad? You see, we don't compromise. A true believer, he say what he believe. He is not waiting for the approval of an idiot to bless him. I say the truth I believe. I fear no one. So when they ask me, what do you think about the crusade? I said the crusade, the best thing ever happened. Because if not the crusade, the Muslims now is conquering all of Europe. And by that, doing that, America will be a Muslim, Australia will be a Muslim, and the whole world will be a Muslim. It was the crusade who gave us the freedom today. It was the crusade who gave their life. They tell you stories about the crimes they did. They were responding to the biggest crime. The Muslims is the one who attacked us, took our women, took our wives, took our children, took our money, took our land, took our churches. And until now, they are taking our churches. Just last year, the filthy Erdogan, he converted one of the biggest churches in the world into a mosque. And 5 major churches in Turkey too, beside that church, by the way, but because this is the only famous one, people, they knew about it. 5 other major huge churches, they made the mosque too, in the same day. The crusade never happened for 600 years. The crusade happened after the Muslims attacked us. And if I was exist at that time, I would be the first one to join the crusade. The crusade people are our honorable brothers. They are the best of us. And history try to make them look bad, as if they are the invader, when the fact they are the one who was defending. This is a land the Muslim never exist in. Even the Muslims agree that the first time A person spoke Arabic in the Middle East, in the area between Syria and Jordan and Israel, and all the way to Tabuk, all the way to Iraq. Then nobody speak Iraq, all of it. Nobody speak Arabic. They speak Aramaic. This is why in history there's something called Ta'arib al-Dawawin. What does that mean? Even when the Muslims they occupied because they are ignorant, as Ibn Khaldun he said. Ibn Khaldun he said, and he's a Muslim. He says the Arab they were savage. They are willing to burn a library in order to cook a dish. Go and read the introduction of Ibn Khaldun. The Caliphate Abdul Malik ibn Marwan is the first one who started changing the language of those countries from Aramaic into Arabic, including Iraq, including Syria, including Jerusalem, including Egypt. This is a history written by Muslims. And now you see somebody from Hamas saying to you that this is our land, when in fact everybody knows that the first time they enter it, when the filthy Umar al-Khattab he attacked Jerusalem. And God is good. We have it back. And we will never give it back. But because, you know, in schools, they teach you that the crusade were bad. So, you know, they poison the brain of kids. They try to poison your kids about the crusade. You tell me what the bad about the crusade. Who is the one who invade who? Who is the one who attack who? How the one who is defending is the bad and the one who attack is the good? Huh? Have you ever heard of such a hypocrisy? So the one who attack us is the good guy, and the one who defend is the bad guy. And this is where we see some stupid who claim to be Christian. They say to you, the Catholic is the one who established Islam. My friend, I'm not a Catholic, but if not the Catholic, you will be Abdul by now. So if I am you, I should thank God for the Catholic every single day. I say that to the dummies, you know. I'm not a Catholic, remember that. But those who lie and say the Catholic who made Islam, so who was the Crusader then, you idiot? Isn't it amazing how stupidity is working? Isn't it? I saw even a guy, he is from a church called the Seventh Adventist. He is saying that Khadija, she was a Catholic nun. Can you believe it? The woman, she had 3 husbands. She was a Catholic nun. This is why I say, those priests from any church who divide us as a Christians, they are the enemy of Jesus. Not only this rabbi is an enemy of Jesus. You have a priest inside your church who divide us. We Christians, we are powerful when we are united. Catholic, Protestant, Orthodox, one church. The Satan, my friend, he understands very well. Divide and conquer. You do not need to be a genius. Divide and conquer. When we divide them, we can conquer them. If they are united, they are 3 billion human beings. How in the world we can conquer them? A true Christian is the one who don't let Satan divide so he can conquer. And not only that, the Quran says to you that Allah, He have a plan to divide and conquer. Do you know that? Quran is giving you a clear message that Allah is Satan and He want to conquer you by dividing you, by spreading hatred between you. If you go to chapter 5, verse number 14, it says it clearly that Allah will spread hatred and enmity between the Christians until the day of resurrection. We planted among them enmity and hatred till the day of resurrection. So when somebody, he is a priest and he divide the Christians, he is serving the devil Allah. Are we clear? When somebody, he claimed to be a priest, or even a normal person, he claimed to be Christian, and he start attacking Catholic or Protestant or Orthodox, he is no Christian. He is serving Satan Allah. This is the truth. So if there was a pope, he was dividing the church, he is serving Satan. If there's a Christian Protestant priest dividing the church, he is serving Satan. If there's an Orthodox bishop dividing the church, he is serving Satan. Don't take a side. Be against the one who divide. For Satan in front of you saying to you, I will plan hatred between you Christians so you will never be strong. This is why Muslims, they hate my channel, because here they can't play games. They can't play the game the Catholic did, the Protestant did, the Orthodox did. We here don't allow it because simply we are united and we are family. It's not you who decide who is a Christian, it is the Lord. The Lord, He says, whoever believe in me and I will live. Believe in Him as what? As a Son of God. Even if they have some wrong beliefs, still they are Christians. Let's say you might not agree with them about having pictures or statues, but still they believe in Jesus, that He is their God. They knew that statues is a statues. They knew that the picture is a picture. They don't believe that the picture is God. When somebody says to you, the Catholic, they pray for dead people, that's a lie, my friend. The Catholic, the same as the Protestant, the same as the Orthodox, believe that when Jesus resurrected, thousands and thousands of saints resurrected with Him. So saints, according to the Bible, were resurrected. So how you claim they are dead? When somebody says that they recite the rosary, well, the rosary is in the Bible, you idiot. This is what the Catholic repeat. It's what the angels, they say to Mary. Shalom to you, Mary, blessed you are between the women. So then maybe the angels were Catholic too. So fight your ignorance. Don't be a fool and don't be stupid. I don't agree with the Catholic with many things, but still, no, they are my brother in Christ. And we appreciate a lot of things they did. As we said, if not them, all of mankind will be now subdued, bowing down to the devil Allah. Do we have any Muhammadan? Is shalat? I don't know what shalat mean. What shalat mean? I don't know what that word is. Okay. Let's see this person here. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, my friend, you are live on air.
Hello. Christian Prince, are you there?
Yes, I hear you.
Sure. Are you there, Christian Prince?
Yes, my friend, you are live on air. What do you want to say to
okay,
us?
sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. I was connecting my Bluetooth. I'm an American Muslim, and I recently converted to Islam, and I've been watching your videos on YouTube. And well, at first I got angry with you over some of the things you were saying. I've been looking into some of the things, and I think I've made a bad decision. And now I feel like I need to come out of it. But if I do that, I'm not going to tell anybody about it because I've recently learned about the apostasy laws, and I just think that I'm going to get some serious backlash. So I guess I'd be better off.
No, my friend, don't worry. You live in USA. They will not even dare to touch you. Those cowards, they will not. They will dare to touch you only if you live in their countries. No.
Yeah, when I converted, I was told this beautiful story about how Islam is the only monotheistic religion left, and how Muhammad is the seal of the prophets, and Islam only engages in war if it's defensive war, and they were very nice and they were very kind when speaking to me, and they also said they believed in Jesus and they believe that Jesus will come back, and I did some investigation into the Islamic belief and how Jesus will come back, and what I found shocked me. According to the Islamic belief, if I'm understanding, is that when Jesus comes back, he's going to kill the pigs, which means Jews, and break the cross, destroy Christianity. And so, while it's true that they believe in Jesus, they believe in a very different Jesus than the one I was raised with. The Jesus in Islam is hostile towards traditional Christians and Jews, and that's one of the many reasons. I was angry at you at first, but I'm actually glad that you do what you do because there's so many things that so many Muslims don't know about their own faith, and myself included. So I just thought I would give you a call.
Did you ever call me before? Did you ever call me before?
No.
No. Yeah. Because there's some silly people they say and you called me before, but you did not. Yeah. People that are silly.
Yeah.
So my friend, so did you decide today to leave Islam?
Yes.
I mean, to that. And what about becoming Christian again? Do you accept Jesus as your Lord and your Savior?
Yes, I do.
I mean, to that, and we are happy for you.
And I feel terrible for that. There's a lot of really good Muslims out there who I don't think that they either don't know about the core things that Islam teaches. Another thing that Islam teaches is that women don't have the same rights as men do. I mean, yes, they have rights, but I'll give you an example. The Quran teaches that a woman is required to submit to the sexual needs of her husband, and if she doesn't, Allah and His angels will curse her all throughout the night when she's asleep. And a man is able to unilaterally divorce his wife, no questions asked. A woman can't do that in Islam. A man can have up to 4 wives, although Muhammad could have more, which
a privilege. Sexual privilege to the cult leader.
Exactly, and not only that, Muhammad had sex slaves. He sold sex slaves. So I've been doing a lot of investigating into the faith after I converted, and I should have done more before I took the Shahada.
Yeah. For how long you been a Muslim?
Not very long. About 3 months. Not very long.
Few months?
Yeah, a few months.
Okay.
I was curious. I went to a mosque. I met some very nice people there. They were very open, very welcoming. I was actually, surprised on how open and welcoming.
Well, they are nice because they wanna win you. This is the game. What do you think? They will be rude to you? I mean, they're trying to win you to join us, right? So it's a trap.
And
have you ever heard of a scam is not nice when they call you like a scam? You know what scam is?
right, and I've been asking some of my friends who I attended the mosque with some of these questions, and they don't like to hear them. They don't like to hear them. They don't like answering them. Or they say things like, "Well, you're taking it out of context. You're misinterpreting it," and it's almost as if Islam is never wrong, ever. The Christians are always wrong, and Islam is always right. Islam has never killed a person. It's never done anything that would reflect negatively on the faith. And I was also looking into ISIS and other terrorist organizations that have done, beheadings, and rapes, sex slavery, and all of these things. And I thought, before I converted to Islam, I thought, well, that's not real Islam. I thought, most Muslims don't do that, so that's got to be a perversion of the faith. And what I found was Muhammad, during his lifetime, beheaded several thousand people during his political campaign after he went from Mecca to Medina. He then became a politician and a jihadist, so he switched from religion. He turned to politics, and his favorite method of execution was beheading. That was his favorite way to.
Actually, his favorite was a crucifixion and putting nails in the eyes and cutting hands and feet.
Oh,
yeah!
Wow, what a good trade-off.
Yeah, this is his favorite, and this is actually in the Quran. So, and Muhammad, he practiced that. He put nails, he heated nails, and he put them in the eyes of those people who oppose him, as we can find.
And with his wife, I also found out that with his wife Aisha, part of how he got Aisha to marry him was he and Aisha tricked Aisha's uncle.
Not Aisha, Khadija.
Oh, okay, right. Well, they tricked him into getting Muhammad to marry him.
Right.
They tricked him while he was asleep, and they put ceremonial marriage robes on him.
Yeah, they made the father drunk. And they changed his clothing. And then when he woke up, they told him, "You married me to this guy," but he said, "No, I did not." So it was a fraud.
Right.
Yeah, and this is telling you the quality of the wife and the husband.
And so at first when I was watching your videos, I thought that you had I thought this guy's just got a real beef against Islam. And, I thought a lot of the things you were saying were nonsense, but at the same time, I couldn't put down your YouTube channel. I just kept listening, and so I did some investigations, and so much stuff I found out since then.
So for how long you are listening? For how long you are listening to my channel?
A few months, 2 months.
Okay.
I listened to it 30 days after I converted to Islam, and you were doing a video about. What was it? You were debating a Muslim. I think his name is Ibn Farouk. Was his name?
Ibn Farouk. Okay.
Ibn Farouk. Well, you were debating him, and I think he was using a fake name. Okay. And when you were debating him, you guys were talking about when Adam sinned in the garden, and you were discussing whether or not angels had the ability to lie.
Correct.
You were saying. Tell me these things if you are true. I can't remember exactly what but I'm sure you remember the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, tell me the names of those things if you are truthful.
Right, and so I really liked Ibn Farouk, and I still do. I mean, I don't think he's a bad person. And so I looked into.
He's a liar.
Well,
how he can be a good person? He's a liar. A person he keep lying. He cannot be a good person.
Right. Well, I think a lot of them do, and that's another thing that.
Yeah, so a good person, he don't make religion as a business of lying, because supposedly you are following God, and the one who is religious is the last one to lie, right? So when the one who is religious is lying, so what kind of religion this religion is?
Right, and another thing, because I was a Christian before I converted to Islam, And what's really alarming to me is when I look at the Quran and the things written in the Quran, and then I look at what the book of Revelation teaches about the end times, about how people who worship the image of the beast, which I now firmly believe is the Kaaba in Mecca, is the image of Allah, which Muslims refer to as Yamin Allah, the right hand of Allah. I believe what the book of Revelation is talking about is it's an image in the desert that that the majority of the world would covet shortly before the return of Jesus. And it talks about how Christians will be beheaded in the last days, how there'll be massive persecution. And I looked, another thing, what most people don't understand about Muhammad was after he died, his caliphs, Abu Bakr, followed by Umar, followed by Uthman, they conquered a quarter of the world's population in a span of, I think it was 40 or 50 years. They conquered most of North Africa, the Middle East. It used to be Christian before Islam came out of Arabia. But as soon as Islam came into the world and the caliphs came into the world, they immediately began attacking their neighbors to the north, south, east, and west in all directions, and it's still going on to this day. So when people get upset when they say that ISIS is not the true Islam, I can tell you right now that as somebody who, at least until most recently was a Muslim, even for a short period of time, ISIS is practicing the Sunnah. They are practicing the core teachings of Islam. 50 years after Islam was born, over 90,000 churches were destroyed all throughout the Middle East, going towards Persia, and all throughout North Africa. So,
when somebody says to you, ISIS is not Islam, you should say to him, name for me one thing ISIS did Muhammad did not do. Just name one.
Right. He did all of it. The sex slaves, Muhammad had sex slaves, he sold sex slaves. His favorite sex slave.
Beheading, cutting hands, cutting feet, crucifixion, everything they did is very Islamic, attacking the neighbors. Muhammad, he says, attack the Romans so you can get the blonde girls.
And I truly believe that it's the see most Christians today think that the mark of the beast is going to be some microchip or some stamp on your hand or your forehead, but they don't know what the Shahada is. The Shahada, when someone recites the Shahada, they are renouncing Jesus Christ. They are proclaiming allegiance to Allah, to Muhammad. Yeah, they're pledging allegiance. It's a declaration. God doesn't care about a barcode on your hand. He doesn't care about a microchip. He cares about false worship to a false God. That's what makes God angry. So that is what the mark of the beast is. And in the end times, I believe it's the Mahdi is going to be the Antichrist. What for your listeners who don't know who the Mahdi is, the Quran teaches that shortly before the Day of Judgment, that an Islamic Jesus will return to Syria in Damascus, and that the Mahdi, who is the Islamic Messiah, will purge the world of Christianity and Judaism and to establish Allah's eternal rule on earth. And it's going to be from Jerusalem, not from Mecca. The Muslims want to retake Jerusalem, and they want to set up an image to Allah in Jerusalem. And all of this is in the Bible and the Quran. So Christians it's imperative that when you talk about end times, that you don't just look at your Bible. You have to look at the Quran, what Muhammad taught in the Sunnah and the Hadith about the end times, because it all bears a direct relevance to all of this. And
well, my friend, we are happy that you decide to leave this garbage. And if you know any of your friends, you met them during the time you became a Muslim in the mosque, and they were a Christian, they converted to Islam, let them watch my videos and ask them to be free to call me if they are still not convinced to leave Islam.
Right. And and with the apostasy laws,
Well, don't worry about apostasy law. Don't worry about it. Here, they don't dare to do anything. Here we go. I live in America. I love at Muhammad every day. What they can do about it? We are men. We are not cowards, right?
Right.
We are men, and
yeah, I'm not worried
we
about
are not
anything
cowards.
happening to me here.
Yeah. What?
But the reason I'm bringing up the apostasy laws, I'm not worried about happening here.
Don't worry.
Many Muslims take these apostasy laws very seriously.
No, they don't. They don't. People are leaving
a lot of
Islam,
people
my
think
friend.
it's a joke.
People
It's
are
not a
leaving
joke.
Islam. No, people are leaving Islam in the Middle East, left and right. Just go and see in the Middle East what's happening. You know, all days is over. All days is over. The only place is crazy is like Pakistan. You know, Pakistan is those are the country. All of it is controlled by terrorists. Bangladesh, maybe Pakistan. But if you go in the Middle East, if you go to many countries in the Middle East, you will see many even changing their names from Muhammad to George or whatever. You know, so all days is really over. Even now, the Islamic fatwa of Egypt, because many they are leaving Islam, they don't dare anymore to say we want to kill him. There's no, that's it. The law of apostasy in Egypt cannot be practiced. The law of apostasy, even in Saudi Arabia, cannot be practiced. They have now music, they have theater, they have a party. Even now, the Saudi prince established a bikini beach. So all days is over, and I assure you soon the Saudi Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia will allow Christians to build the churches because they are trying to fix this country, which Muhammad damaged. So there's a big revolution in the Middle East right now, and the Middle East is a change. Just last week, the government of Emirat, they changed the holiday or every weekend from the normal Friday to be Saturday and Sunday. So from now on, Muslim in United Arab Emirates, they have their weekend as us, Saturday and Sunday, which is following the Bible.
Right, and for your listeners too, another thing, when people first convert to Islam, they really just, like, I was born in the United States, I'm an American, I was born and raised as a Christian. When you convert to Islam, they're really obsessed with micromanaging everything you do, how you dress, how you speak, what you're allowed to say, what you're not allowed to say. Everything is haram. Absolutely everything is haram. You got just people bugging you night and day, and if you don't show up to mosque, if you don't show up to prayer, you have people calling you, wanting to know how come you haven't shown up.
Yeah, they harass you.
I mean,
you know, it's harassment religion. They try to intimidate you too. They try to intimidate you to tell you we are watching you in case you do not know.
Right,
You know?
and that's another reason why when I first came across your videos, I started taking a closer look, and it's been an incredible couple of months, all the stuff that was not taught to me that I've since discovered. Muhammad was a sadistic human being. He removed the heads of 800 Jews in a single day, while his wife watched. They watched the beheadings from sun up until sundown. This was after they had conquered the city of Khaybar, I believe. Muhammad conquered Khaybar. They rushed out all the male Jews that were alive. Women and children were immediately given to Muslim families, and they beheaded 800 Jews in a single day. And then after his death, Muhammad's generals, one of his generals was a man by the name of Khalid I can't pronounce his last name. Khalid was his name. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Khalid had killed Zoroastrian Christians, beheaded them at once, and this is a terrible story, but your listeners need to hear it. Khalid was one of Muhammad's top generals, who was also
maybe you mean Khalid. Khalid? You mean Khalid?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's also a general for Abu Bakr, who was Muhammad's first caliph. Khalid went to some Christians in Iraq. He conquered this Christian city. He then took the I believe it was the Zoroastrian tribal leader. He cut off the man's head. He takes the man's head and he drains the blood into the soil of the ground below him, and then raped the man's wife in the bloody soil.
This one supposedly, this one was not a Christian. Supposedly he was a Muslim, and he killed him. He cooked his head, and he raped his wife. Correct. Yeah.
And so Islam destroys the human spirit. These are, when you think of these acts that Muhammad did and then his close companions did. This is why I'm leaving Islam. I can't follow this. I cannot follow this. I cannot follow somebody in good faith who, not just he did these things, but his generals and his caliphs did these things. So these were the apostles of Muhammad: Khalid, Abu Bakr, Omar.
They are gang.
The caliph after that,
Yeah.
Uthman. They
Yeah,
all
so
did
so
those.
the point is, if he is the same as his friends, all of them, they are a bunch of filthy criminals.
All of them. And now one thing I'm with many Muslims today that I am happy about is that many of them don't embrace this interpretation, or they don't embrace these acts. But what's sad to me is they believe.
No, my friend, you are wrong. They do,
Yeah.
they do embrace it. They do embrace it, but they are hypocrite. So when they live in the West, they are not in the place they can say the truth, because that will cause them to be in trouble. So because they are, this is a religion of hypocrisy. Chapter 3 verse 28, it says, you can speak to them in a friendly way while your heart is like this. So they don't really, all of them, they embrace it. If you ask this Uthman ibn Farouk, if you ask him, do you support killing the Christian and the Jews? Your prophet says when I kill the Jews in the judgment day, he will never dare to say yes, you know. But if he is living in Afghanistan, he will say yes. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Those people depend where they live. They don't really, when they say to you, oh, we don't embrace ISIS, they are lying. All of them, they support ISIS. The one who don't support ISIS is government. Because why? Like the royal family of Al Saud, they knew that ISIS and Al Qaeda is a threat. Why? Because they want to take their place. But they are not opposing them because they are bad Muslims. They are opposing them because they want to take their place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or maybe I'm at the same time. Maybe I'm forgetting to remind myself that Islam teaches that it's okay to deceive unbelievers if it spreads or advances Islam. And the Arabic word for it is called taqiyya.
Taqiyya, yeah.
Or hudna. Hudna is another word.
Taqiyya, chapter 3, verse 28.
Yeah, so it could be perhaps that, and it's hard to tell. You know, maybe they're just deceiving me because, you know, especially with new Muslims, people who just convert to Islam, you know, they don't know anything about Islam. It's really easy to deceive them, or to maybe paint a picture of Islam that is not the real Islam. So I pray that a lot of Muslims will leave Islam. You know, Muhammad. It's my personal belief that this religion was started by Muhammad as a justification for political conquest.
For money, for power. This is what Muhammad is about. He's a satanic man. He made a privilege just for his private part. He made a privilege just for his pocket. He made a privilege even for God, because he made himself his God on earth. So whatever the prophet says, you obey. So he became God on earth. So this guy, this madman, he is perverted, he is sick, he is filthy, he is a criminal, and he used God in order to conquer. At the same time, he said, there's 5 names given to me. One of them is Al-Mahi, which means the eraser, and I will erase Christianity and Judaism. So Muhammad, he made it clear. I have a purpose. I am the evil Muhammad. I'm going to erase everything good in this earth. I will erase the Messiah. I will erase the angels. I will erase God, and I will place myself instead, and I will make this earth is a land of a bloodshed. And he said, I've been commanded to kill all mankind until they say there's no God but Allah and Muhammad, except the Muslims. So if you are a person who bow down to the devil, Muhammad will not kill you. If you don't bow down to the devil Muhammad, he will kill you. And this is a clear sign of a filthy man. He's a scumbag. My friend, I want to say thank you for calling us. We cannot keep you for longer, but I'm glad that you decided to leave Islam. And I hope maybe in the future you can call us to share more stories of your experience. But today, by the way, your voice was very low. Maybe next time is going to be better.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I have my Bluetooth then. I apologize. Thank you,
it's
Christian friends. Have a wonderful day.
It's all right. Take care. Bye-bye. So here, actually, I would like to hear this gentleman again calling us, because we want to learn from him and those who left Islam how the Muslims even got to their head. So I hope in the future he can call me, and I'm telling him from now he can call me. So Christians can learn how the trick work, how they got into your head, how they fool you, how they lie to you. And you know, all of us, we do make mistakes. But remember, mistakes about God is pricey mistakes. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Shazi. Did I say you can call me now or not? No, you did not say, right? I did not say that.
No, sir. Is it okay?
Okay, what do you want to say? Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I just want to say that we had a very good conversation. I learned a lot from you last time.
Okay.
And I'm grateful for that. And number two, your followers, the people on chat, they were mocking me and they were cursing me. And that's not the right, I believe that's not the right teaching of Christ.
Yeah, exactly. They
Yeah,
can mock,
so
they can mock the idea, they can mock the stupid things you might say, but not you as a person. Okay.
And they were being racist, and there was an American guy and he was being racist. And I just want to tell this American guy that Jesus was not an American. He was not a white man.
My friend, anyone he is racist, he has nothing to do with a Christian. Maybe he's a Muslim, because there's many Muslims, they come to my chat.
No, he was taking your side, and he was
doesn't matter.
saying,
there's Muslims, they come here, and there's Muslims, they come here and they play to be even.
Okay.
They use even the name of Sam Shamoun or the name of David Good or the name, etc. So don't be afraid. Anyway, the one who do that usually is Muslim.
That being said,
are you against racism? Are you against racism?
Yes, sir.
So how come you are not against Islam?
That being said, you were asking me to mention you something about Christianity.
Yeah, but
because I want to learn more from you.
As long as you are a Muslim, before we go to Christianity, as long as you mention to me racism, how come you are not against Islam?
Let's talk about Christianity, and
we can talk about Christianity.
I'll answer all your questions, because last time
we will talk about Christianity. No problem. If you are against racism, are you against Muhammad being racist, or you support
that? Are you not talking about Christianity? Because
we will talk about Christianity.
Are you ashamed of talking about Christianity?
We are talking about it. You will give me the verse from the Bible. We'll read it, no problem. But I'm asking you now. If you are truthful,
I will talk to you about racism both in Christianity and Islam.
Okay, so let us start with Islam.
Okay,
are you against racism in Islam?
I am very much against racism in Islam, in Christianity, in all the religions. But let me begin with Christianity, because that's where we left last time.
Okay, go ahead.
Give me a chance. Thank you.
Go.
So tell me, how can someone sell his daughter for slavery? Is that what kind of religion is that?
You see, when people they mock you in the chat, I don't blame them because this is stupid. What does this have to do with racism?
Exodus 21.
What does this have to do with racism?
No, I'm talking about Christianity.
No,
I'm talking about Christianity.
Now you said you want to show me racism in Christianity, and
no, you wanna pick and choose what you wanna say.
Okay, no, you said racism. So let me
answer. Are you ashamed of this? Are you ashamed what is in the Bible?
Answer you. No, we're not ashamed. We're never ashamed. This is why we have
so answer me then.
You see, if we are ashamed, we will not keep it there.
How can you sell your daughter to slavery?
I will tell you how. Just don't be stupid. This is about selling the service for your daughter or even yourself. The Hebrew,
they are ground rules. Exodus 21.
Shut up. Let me answer you. A Hebrew person, he can sell his service to be a slave for 7 years.
No, it doesn't say that. Exodus 21. Put it on the screen. 21 verse 7 to 11. Father can sell his daughter to slavery.
You are stupid and you are not truthful then. Let me ask you. If I make a challenge to you and I show you the proof that a Hebrew person can be a slave, he can give his service up to 7 years maximum.
I'm not talking about the same chapter. I'm not talking about the same chapter. I'm talking about Exodus 21.
This is a book.
Verse 7 through 11.
This is not up to you. So they give their service. When they say they sell, they are saying.
I'm talking about the Bible. It's in your Bible.
I'm talking about the Bible too. I don't want to scream and lose my voice. Who cares about same chapter or not? This is a book. This is not a chapter. This is the law of the Jews. So when we say the law of the Jews, they have a law. You don't take one phrase and you say, I don't want to follow the other law. There's no contradiction in the law. So a Hebrew man, he gave himself as a slave. Those at that time, people, they are poor. The one who cannot make money, he cannot make living, he go to a rich man, he says, me and my family, my daughter, my wife, all of us, we would like to be your slaves. Or if you cannot take us, all of us, well, me or my daughter. So the sale of a daughter here is not a sale, because that person cannot even sell that person. It's a sale of service. Today you sign a contract, you want to work with somebody for a year. So either you want to be a coward, you don't want to listen, and you are a hypocrite. Let me ask you, so are you a person who says, if a verse in the Quran says something, and a verse in the Quran say different, something complete to it, we take only one verse?
No, we are not taking only one verse, we are taking the whole chapter. Exodus 21,
no problem.
verse 7 through 11.
Hold on. So
can you put it on the screen?
Do we take only one chapter, or we take the whole chapter? We take the whole book.
So if one chapter,
do we take the whole book, or we take only one
you're
book?
cherry picking Islam, but you're not cherry picking Christianity. Are you ashamed of that?
It's you who is making cherry for a chapter.
Okay, shall I go to another chapter about slavery?
Who cares?
There's so many. There are tons. There are tons. It's not the only one.
You are stupid. You are saying to me, I just answer you, that a person, a Hebrew, he can be serving as a
No, I'm talking about a father selling daughter to slavery.
This is
not
the
a Hebrew person.
This is the answer. I give you the
answer.
No,
there are ground rules for what the slave should do.
Okay, hold on. Let's hold on. So I'm going to ask you right now. Do you Muslims sell your daughter for slavery?
No, in Christianity we do that, but not in Islam. We don't sell daughters for slavery.
First of all, you eat it. This is not Christianity. This is Judaism, and this is the law of Moses.
Yeah, but you're not following. This is the Bible. You don't follow that.
No, we follow.
You don't believe in that?
Isn't it your prophet says this is the law?
Okay, what about Peter 2:18? Slaves submit to your masters.
Hold on. You see, don't be stupid.
That's the Bible. That's your second testament.
We can't talk in the same time. All right. So, isn't it your Quran says that the law of the Torah was given to Moses?
Yeah, but then it was changed.
Who changed it?
People did.
Where?
Because, okay, let's talk about the second testament.
Don't. We are following the
slaves submit to your masters. Peter 2:18.
Don't change, coward. Don't change. One by one. You just said it's changed. How it's changed?
I don't know how it changed. Maybe you changed it.
No,
I don't know who changed
it. So why
it.
you're a stupid Quran saying?
Because you're 2,000 years old. Maybe you changed it.
Hold on. So why you're a stupid Quran saying, I agree with what you have?
Yeah, with the original book, we agree with what you have.
Okay, what you have, but you say
you are going back again to the Bible because you're ashamed of Christianity.
Okay, let us see.
I talked to you.
Okay, let us see.
I talked to you for 1 hour only about Islam last time because I'm not ashamed of Islam.
No, you are ashamed of Islam, and I'm not ashamed of
Christianity. I talked to you for 1 hour and you were defeated. That's why you don't want to talk to me. That's why you are hanging up because you're ashamed of your books.
Let us see with a shame. You are angry because I wiped the floor with you. You are the one who agreed that your God is the moon god.
Yes, so what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
The moon god means you are worshipping the devil. The moon god is a
no, we are not worshipping the devil. We are worshipping God.
Read for me in the screen in front of you. You say that
you are worshipping a man.
So we worship a man, no problem. But this man is God.
Yeah, but so the same way.
No,
it's just the image.
No.
It's the image of God.
This man you are talking about, he's alive or dead?
The man is alive, not God. God is not. God is there.
This man we are worshiping, he's alive.
So if this man is alive, then are you telling me that
the man we are worshiping, is he alive or dead?
So you are telling me that there are two gods now?
This is not the question.
There's a man who's alive, who's God, and then there's God.
Abdul, don't be stupid. I'm asking you, the one we worship, he's a man.
Why you don't want to talk about Exodus 21, verse 7 to 11?
We answer you about it. You are the one who said,
what about Peter? What about Peter 2:18? Slave submit to your sister.
You are the one who said that the Bible has been changed, so we have to cover that too. We are going.
For all Matthew chapter 5, verse 28. Anyone who looks at a woman and thinks of her commits adultery. What kind of book is this?
What? Say again.
Anyone who looks at a woman and thinks of her commits adultery. What kind of book is this?
Okay, so your prophet, he went.
You look at a woman and you have committed adultery.
You look at
that's
her.
In your Bible, the New Testament.
Okay, you don't agree with that, right?
Yeah, if I look at a woman, have I committed adultery? What kind of book is that? What kind of religion is that?
Last time you called me 2 days ago, I said to you, you're a prophet. He made a verses saying, any woman she can offer herself to the prophet to if her. You said to me, women they love to sleep with the prophet because they want to do.
No, I said women are attracted to famous and big people. That's what I said to you.
Okay, so in the Bible it says you have to be decent. If a man he look at the woman, she is not his. that will make him committing adultery, which means the Bible.
That doesn't make sense.
It's
Doesn't
up
make
to you,
sense.
because you are a filthy Muslim. Because
anyone
you are
who thinks of her, commits adultery. If I'm thinking of a woman, am I committing adultery?
Because you are a filthy person. You are saying to me that if you go to your wife, your brother or your son wife, you look at her.
And women are stupid and inferior to men and should just shut up. Timothy 2.
We will go to that.
Timothy
verse
2,
we will go,
chapter 2, verse 11 to 14.
Like a monkey. Don't make me.
No, there's so many things. You're jumping like a monkey. I'm just telling you. What's wrong with your Bible? What kind of book is this?
One by one. Are you saying to me that if you go to your own son, it's okay to look at your son wife and you desire her?
No, you can look at any woman and it's adultery. Any woman you look at, you have a job, and there are so many women at your job place, and you're looking at them and
you are a stupid donkey. That's not what the verse says. Don't call me again. It's talking about a man, he desire a woman, your son of muta. Where does donkeys come to me from? So if this is make the Bible bad, so what is good then? What good is Muhammad the coward? He went to his own son. He flirted with the wife in the house of the husband. And this man complaining that the Bible says if you look at a woman and you desire her, you are bad. Can you believe how filthy this cult is? He is angry, saying, what kind of religion this? It says if you desire a woman, she is not yours. What kind of religion this religion is? In the same time, we have the Quran saying, Allah was speaking to Muhammad saying, why you hide what is in your heart and what Allah revealed to you about Zainab? The God of Muhammad is encouraging Muhammad to have a desire to a married woman while she is married. And the story he represents to us, after Muhammad, he went to the house of his own son and he flirted with the wife when she was in the house of the husband. She's not divorced, she's not separated. And the husband, he came back home. The wife, she told him, by the way, your father was here and he said to me, praise be to Allah, the one who flipped my heart for you. And he saw her naked. The husband, the hadith says, فَفَطِنَ Zayd. So Zayd, he noticed. Fatin, which means like not only notice, like he got it, you know? So he went to his father and he said to him, Father, this woman, she hurt me. She saying she is very proud, she is a bad woman. She always speak to me from above. I want to divorce her. Look at the filthy Muhammad, he says to him, no, don't divorce her. Like, come on. I mean, the filthy guy a second ago was in the house of the husband, flirting with the wife, and when the husband came to him, saying, after he heard that his wife already cheating with his father, and he knew that this father will kill him, he's a monster, he's a beast. This father said to him, son, why you want to divorce her? Huh? Why you want to do that? Why you say? I look at the translation here, free the slaves, and you know, why you want to divorce her? Keep her to yourself. This potato is upset. You see, you are just a stupid fool. This is why I'm not going to waste my time. And as long as you are against slavery, you're son of muta. Then what kind of religion? All of it is about slavery. If you are against slavery, and you know, he said this is racism. Do you see the stupidity? This is racism. We ask him, what is racism? He says, a father, he sell his daughter. All your Quran is about slavery. Even a slave of war in the Bible, you cannot have sex with a slave of war without marrying the slave. And a slave of war cannot be sold. It can be freed only. It's not for sale. Muhammad, he bought, he sold, he captured, he raped. The Quran in chapter 4 verse 24 says, it's forbidden for you to have sexual intercourse with married women, except those who they are captured. In the Bible, this is absolutely rejected. A man, if he want to have sex with the slave, he have to marry the slave. And that means the slave is free. So this potato, you know, this is the racism. What kind of religion says if a man, he look at the women, this is bad now? This is bad? This is bad, yes, because he's a Muhammadan. Muslim, they want to look at every woman walking by. Look at the filthy Muhammad. A woman, she walk by. She's wearing burqa. But she made Muhammad horny because Muhammad is filthy. So the Bible preventing the Christians from doing such an act. Islam is encouraging the Muslims to look at their own. If this guy, he go to his brother's house, he will start looking at her ass, for he's following Muhammad. People, did you hear it? He is wondering what kind of religion this religion says that if a man, he look at a woman, obviously a woman, she is not his, he committed adultery. This Muslim, he don't like that. This Muslim is angry because this is not right. And this is telling you that Muhammad is a perverted man, and those who follow him, they have to be perverted too. This person have no problem to look at his own daughter, maybe. Actually, do you know that you can have sex with your daughter in Islam? This Christian prince is lying. There's in the Quran, there is a verse says you cannot have sex with your daughter. No. The Quran says you cannot have sex with your daughter from marriage. But if you have a daughter out of marriage, you can have sex with her. This is how filthy this cult is. Chapter 25, verse number 54. وَجَعَلْنَاهُ نَسَبًا وَصِهْرًا. We go and read the interpretation. It says, if a man, he have sexual relationship with a woman, and he have a child from that woman, he have no problem. It is not haram for him, literally, to have sex with the mother, which is a girlfriend now, not a wife, and his daughter, because the Quran forbid him to have sex from his daughter from marriage. Anything out of marriage is not to be considered. And let us show the reference. We are not people who say things by making things up. Let us open the interpretation, and you will see in a second how filthy this cult is. I can't even believe it. There's a certified donkey. He says to us, what kind of religion forbid you from looking at women? She is not yours. Can you believe it? I opened the website of Saudi Arabia. Is not working. Let us try their website. The website open, but it doesn't show it shows the inside of the link. Okay, let's open this one here. This is Tafsir al-Qurtubi. This is Sunni Tafsir. This is not Shia. This guy is a Sunni. Volume number 13, page number 59. And I'm going to show you the translation in English. Anyone who speaks Arabic can read with me. And if you are a person who speaks Arabic, call me please, and you are a Muslim. I would love to hear you translating. It says here, النسب عبارة عن خلط الماء بين الذكر والأنثى على وجه الشرع، فإن كان بمعصية كان خلقا مطلقا ولم يكن نسبا محققا، ولذلك لم يدخل تحت قول حرمت عليكم أمهاتكم وبناتكم بنته من الزنا لأنها ليست ببنت له في أصح القولين لعلمائنا وأصح القولين في الدين، وإذا لم يكن نسبا شرعا فلا صهر شرعا، فلا يحرم الزنا ببنت أم ولا أم بنت، وما يحرم من الحلال لا يحرم من الحرام. Translation. We will use Prophet Google translation. Are you watching, Abdul? It's not forbidden for you. According to the Sharia, lineage is only by marriage. So if there is no marriage, according to Sharia, adultery is not forbidden with the daughter or the mother. Because what is forbidden is not forbidden no more. Why? Because Allah approved only relationship by marriage, which means if you have a daughter, she is not from a daughter from a marriage, you can if that daughter. And this is according to the most accurate opinion in Islam. Read carefully. This is according to the scholars and the most correct opinion in the religion of Islam. This is Islam. So Muhammad, he owned a slave. It's okay. The Bible, there is a slave. It's bad. Muhammad, he look at women walking by and he go to masturbate or he go to F his wife. Is okay. But the Bible says if a man he look at a woman, she is not his, he committed adultery. Is bad. What kind of religion this religion is? What kind of religion? Do you see the stupidity? And now do you see why people, they were laughing at you? So this guy is angry because last time he made his God as a joke. We were dying laughing. He said that his God is the moon god. I mean, I cannot even count how many stupid things he said exposing his religion. And now he thought he will take revenge. Do you have slavery in the Old Testament? Yeah, there is a slavery in the Old Testament. And this is racism. The whole Quran is slavery. What kind of religion says that you can sell your daughter? We answer you. This daughter cannot be sold. You see, he is selling when the word they are using the translation. The word sell here is a sale of with the, let us say, is a contract of service. Even the man, he cannot sell that daughter to other person. Why? Because simply the contract is between one person and the other. Today you sign a contract with the company to work with them. Let us say I joined the army. I was in the army. So if I decide to leave, I cannot leave because I sign a contract. Like usually contract they give you sometime 3 years, sometime 5 years, mostly 3 years. So 3 years contract. If you try to leave before that day, they will send the MP to capture you. Literally, you are a slave of the army now. You own them, that's it. They own you, sorry. But you went there willingly. You are the one who signed the contract. So the contract maximum is 7 years. After 7 years, the slave is free. He is not a slave forever. A slave because he is poor. He is desperate to find a job. There's no company at that time, you go work, come back to me. Those people, they want people to be there 24 hours. All what they have is either farming or animals. They don't have a corporation of Apple or Microsoft or work from home. Speaking to the fool is a struggle. And the fool, he decide, looking at the women, she is not yours, is bad. And your guy, you know, he said to us that this is not in the same book, right? Not the same chapter, sorry. But this is the same. He is just a donkey. This is Exodus 21:2. If you buy a Hebrew servant, you see it says a servant. Do you know why it says the word servant in translation, some translation? Because it simply present that the slave is a servant. So 6 years, when he entered the 7, he have to be released. So the maximum is 6 years and 1 day in the 7. So by the 7th year, he's out. So this person, when he sell himself to you, he's buying from who? He's buying you from yourself. You need money? Why I want to give you money? Okay, I will give you in return to be a service for you for a year. Depend how much money is. But the maximum is total of 7 years by the end of the 6. Which means when you enter the 7th year, you have to be free. As you see here. If you buy a Hebrew servant 6 years, he shall serve. And in the 7th, he shall go out free for nothing, which means free of his debt. So you gave him money in exchange of him being your servant. This is what the slavery you are talking about. No, it doesn't say that. You are a liar. This is different book. This is the same book. Do you see how they are angry with foolishness? Do we have any Muhammadan? But anyway, this guy was a priceless for us, and this is why he get angry, because people, they start laughing at what he said. His God is the moon god, and he said to me, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with his God is the moon god? It's a contract. Football player or not, it's a contract. It's a contract. This is how old days it is. There's no jobs like today. There's either poor people who have nothing. They have no land to do farming. They have no animals to grow. They have nothing. And there is somebody who have maybe everything. So the poor, he offer his service to the one who have everything. That is a slavery. Because literally you are a slave. You will have full time of work. And this is why the Bible ordered the Jews that they have to stop working in the Sabbath. Why? So they cannot abuse their own slaves who they are offering service, because Jewish, they were greedy and they make the servant work 7 days a week. So the Sabbath came not because for God. That's why Jesus says Sabbath is not made for God, it was made for the man. Or let us say Sabbath was made for the man, not man was made for Sabbath. Correct? Let us pull the verse. The Sabbath, which is made for the man, God do not need a Sabbath. God do not need a Sabbath. It was made for your benefit. And here you see how Jesus, he was always amazing with his wisdom. The Jews, they worship the Sabbath, but they forgot that Sabbath was made for the man. It's not made for God. What God will do with your Sabbath? This is how perverted this cult is. This man is upset. He want to go to his own brother house and he want to look at the legs of his brother wife. What kind of religion says if you look at the women, you commit adultery? In the same time, Muhammad, he said that adultery is the destiny of Allah. So look how huge the difference between the teaching of the Bible and the book of the devil Muhammad. According to Muhammad, verily Allah has fixed the very portion of adultery which a man will indulge in, and which he of necessity must commit. The adultery of the eye, the lust of the look, and the adultery of the tongue, and etc. All of this is what? Is a fate. So you don't even choose it. In Christianity, no. In Christianity, when you do adultery, it was your choice. In Islam, adultery, it was the choice of Allah. Do you see it, people? In Christianity, if you look at a woman, she is not yours, you are committing adultery. This is how tough Christianity is. In Islam, you know, even the Quran says, "Illa lamam." Look at this. Illa lamam. What is a lamam? What is the heck? What the heck is that? You know, if any Muslim want to call us and tell us what is a lamam? Any Abdul? I bet you 99% of them, they don't know what I'm talking about. Any Abdul, he knows what is a lamam mean? They have no idea. How they will know? A lamam is, you go and you do have sexual relationship with the women. You touch her, you play with her private part, she play with your private part, you kiss her, even if you have intercourse but in the wrong location. That is a lamam. This is not a big sin in Islam. Let us see this person. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, my friend. Are you a Muslim?
Hello, this Christian Prince.
Yes.
Yeah, literally, I'm still a Muslim, but you know what? Don't tell anybody. I want to get out. It's not
But
very.
you are live on
Please,
air. You are live on air now.
yeah, please don't tell anybody. It's serious. Yeah, I
But you
wanted
are
to
live on
ask you
air.
about.
But you are live on air. If you don't want me to
Yeah,
tell anybody, are you being like joking or what?
no, no, I'm not joking. Okay, look, I bought 3 of your books, both books here,
All right.
the Sex
Okay,
1,
so
Sex
you
2,
are
and
saying you
also.
do not want me to tell who are you as a person. Don't worry. Always we keep things private. All right.
Yeah, please. But I'm from West Africa originally. I'm
All right.
currently living in Germany. Okay, I am an asylum seeker in Germany. Okay, you know how it works through this migration stuff, and there's nothing wrong about it. But I'm telling you. Okay, now I wanted to ask you about. Do you know anything about this group, this domination called Malikis? Because this
Yeah.
is where this is exactly the type of Islam my family is practicing. Okay,
Yeah.
and just last week I got into a very big fight virtually, argumentation, yeah, over the phone. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to, did you know, Christian Prince, the real truth about circumcision? You know, like women, they should be circumcised because if
Yeah.
not, they will be very unruly, and they will be looking fighting for over men. You know, so I heard a lot about this, but it's a big topic in West Africa right now. You
Okay.
know, and my position is that I don't want in future, if I will be married, my daughter, I don't want my daughter to go through this circumcision. But it's something that is very rooted down there. So I want you to tell me, please, what did you see in the teachings of Islam? Because I understand from what I read from your books that most of these things are hiding from us. Okay? Yeah, but please, is circumcision taught by the Prophet or is it in the Quran?
Well, first of all, Muhammad himself, he never been circumcised. Muhammad himself, he never been circumcised.
Okay.
And then you ask yourself why Muhammad, he is teaching people to circumcise, and he himself did not practice it. The Muslim, they will say to you that Allah is the one who does circumcise the Prophet, so he do not need to anyone to circumcise him. And for sure, circumcision here is not really, a real circumcision. They say it's like, he circumcised him, in his way, But obviously, Muhammad is trying to copy the Jews about circumcision. However, when the Quran, when Islam, he speak about women, there is many hadith speaking about women circumcision, and this is where the Muslim, they sponsor those ideas of circumcision of women. And even the Muslim, they have tons of articles about the benefit of circumcision of women.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if we go in the hadith, let us go in the hadith here.
Okay.
I'm trying just to find the hadith which is speaking about.
No problem, sir. I'm ready to learn.
Let us see if we can find this one in English. Here we go.
Okay.
So this is a hadith about Muhammad, about Muslim women. They are practicing the circumcision for women, and then they were cutting too severely. They are really, hurting those girls badly. So Muhammad, obviously, this is causing bad bleeding and etc. So Muhammad, he is the one who taught them to do circumcision. So he said to that women, don't, like hurt badly. Don't be extreme in the cutting. But this is where Muslims, they take it that it's okay to cut and we have to do circumcision for women. And this hadith here is a sahih, as you see.
Wow. So if there is a big scholar right now in West Africa, specifically in the Senegambia region, I still don't want to tell you where I come from, but Senegambia region might give you an idea. Okay. And this guy studied from Egypt or somewhere very close to that area, but he recently sided with campaigners from the West, okay, who are trying to outlaw, okay, this female genital mutilation. And this scholar also says that the practice of female genital mutilation is un-Islamic. It's nowhere in the Quran. But me having your book and listening to some of your videos for 2 years now, it seems like it seems like I saw or I heard you saying that yes, there is a hadith that supports something like that, and this is why I called tonight to make sure that I verify this. Yeah.
Well, this is not the only bad thing here, but the question is, there's many hadiths speaking about this. As an example, that the khitan or circumcision for women supposedly is to control the sexual desire of the women, so she will not feel horny. And this is mean that only Muslim man, he can enjoy sex, and Muslim women, she should not enjoy sex. And actually, this is why you will see that the wife of Muhammad, she's obviously being circumcised, and she never have orgasm. So if we go and we read here, you will see that the wife of Muhammad, her name is Salama.
Okay.
She said, do women even have this charge? Do the women even have this charge? And here you ask yourself, why this woman, she don't know what is this charge? And she is the wife of Muhammad, you know? Why she never have this charge? This charge happened because the woman, she got excited. And if she is not, either the man, he cannot do it. He's not making her excited. She hate him maybe. Or the woman, she is circumcised. But we have in front of us, the wife of Muhammad, she says, do even the women have this charge? So the wife of Muhammad witnessed that she is his wife and she never ever had orgasm.
And this is also one of the Sahih hadiths.
Oh, this is Sahih Bukhari in front of us. Here we go. Hadith 130.
Yeah. Does a woman get a discharge? And there is a big question mark. Yes, let your right hand be indoors.
Yeah. So if you ask yourself, the Muslims, the Muslims, they say Muhammad was so strong in bed. He, you know, he used to able even to go and do boom boom to all his wives, even his sex slaves, even in hour, which is the word sa in Arabic mean today hour, but today in the time of Muhammad mean like 15-20 minutes. So in 15 minutes, the guy was able to do 13 women, which is impossible. This is a fraud. But you notice here that the wife of Muhammad herself, she never had this charge. So what is the reason? Muslims can leave their comment and they can tell us, is that because Muhammad, he is not good in bed? Is it because Muhammad, he did not even have sex with them? Or because those women, they have circumcision?
Yeah. Or maybe she was circumcised. And for me, I told my mom, hey, look, I don't want to marry any woman who is circumcised, okay? So I will go for these women who are not circumcised, okay, so that I can enjoy and they will be enjoying. And he said, no, this woman will leave you and you will never be a happy man in this marriage, and I don't want you to come back to me crying, okay? So, yeah, but now that I noted this hadith, and I will take this hadith to this scholar again, okay? Because
why you don't call the scholar, let him join us right now?
Wow, this scholar is very big down there, man. And
I like him big. I will make him small, I promise you.
Okay. Do you agree that if I can establish some contact between you and this scholar?
Yeah, just invite him right now. Call him in Skype, or you can call him by your phone. Put him in the phone. It's up to you.
No. We are not staying together. Okay. Yeah, but he speak, of course, Arabic, and you are an native Arabic scholar, of course. So you will be able to communicate.
He can invite it. Do he speak English?
I will have to find out. I'm sure that he speaks Arabic. Okay. So for English, I will first need to talk to this man, and after I will write you through text message, that it's me. And the second clarification that I want you to make is about this Maliki group. Okay. Yeah, because a student to this scholar also said, yeah, we in West Africa, we are into this Maliki school because it's the authentic version of Sunni Islam. Okay. Yeah, and he tried to justify that because I raised an argument that because he said there was no compulsion in Islam. And when I was going to primary school back in the Senegambia region, one of our subjects is called SES, social I now forgot it. Social studies. Okay, social studies. And in this social studies, we are taught how Islam came to our part of the world, okay, through jihad. It is even called Soninke Marabu Wars. So Soninke is our local language. It only means those pagans. Soninke mean pagans, okay, and Marabouts mean these scholars who know about Islam. So Soninke, the wars between the pagans and the Marabouts. And in the school, everybody in that area, you went to school, you have to go through this curriculum, okay. So I was like, hey, we all know when Islam came to our side, and our people were never before Muslims, okay. So they were converted forcibly, terribly. People were massacred, and the book follows. And even the griots are even singing that in folklore, in songs today. But he's like he's adamant that there is no compulsion in Islam, and he even came up with a verse. Okay, and because I have a lot of things that I'm doing, so I cannot even remember whether this verse is from Medina or from Mecca. From your books, I read it last year. There, you are countering this argument in your book. Okay, there is also a verse that says that that encourage Muslims to wage war. Okay, but this man is like, no, the verse that encourage Muslims to wage war, that is the first verse. But later the second verse came that says that Muslims should not wage war. There is no compulsion. Will you agree with that?
No,
How
those verses are abrogated. You know, the chapter of At-Tawbah, chapter of the Tawbah
Okay.
is one is almost the last chapter was given to Muhammad, and in that chapter it says, Bara'a. The first beginning, actually, the real name of this verse, this chapter is Bara'a. So
Tawbah.
Bara'a, I mean, yeah, the Tawbah. This is the real name of the Tawbah. It's not really, it's not a Tawbah. It's called Bara'a, the real name. Even the Muslims agree this is the real name, you know. So in the chapter of At-Tawbah, Muhammad is a hypocrite. So when he was weak, you know, he said, okay, let's sign a peace agreement because simply we are weak. But when we are not weak no more, we are going to kill them all. So if we go in chapter of At-Tawbah, and I will put for you the screen, verse number 1. You see in the translation it says freedom from all obligations is declared from Allah and His Messenger. So he washed his hand from all agreement and all what he said before about signing peace with those who don't accept him as a prophet. So go and attack in the coming 4 months and slaughter them all. All right? So the Muslims themselves, they agree that there's something called abrogation and abrogated verses. So the verses about, you know, there's no compulsion in religion, this is abrogated by the chapter of the sword, which is the chapter of At-Tawbah. All right? Yeah. So
this is where
when they quote this, then if this is true that there's no compulsion in religion, then Quran is full of contradiction. Why? Because it's chapter 9, verse 29 says it clearly, go and kill the Christian and the Jews unless they convert all the pages. Yeah. So if there's no conclusion of religion, you know, then this verse is a fraud then, because they can't be both right. If there is, if you cannot force a person to accept a religion, then what this verse is about? And actually, that verse, it was about Muhammad saying to the Christian and the Jews, you cannot force your children not to convert to Islam, not the opposite. You know what I mean? It's not the opposite. It's not about Muslim cannot force you. He was saying to the Christians, you cannot force your children not to accept Islam.
Yeah.
All right.
So I now got it. So I want this place to be very clear, because sometimes, like, okay, in your book it says Allah is the best of the deceptors. Okay,
Deceivers,
and that is deceivers, and that is not you saying that, you are quoting. Like, this is the one thing I like from you. Okay, and not only from you, anybody I think who is doing this kind of work, you need to quote the source. You don't have to come with your own opinion, because at the end of the day, we are very plenty in this world. Everybody can have his or her own opinion. Okay, but you have to quote from the source. And what my point is, like, they can be very deceptive, because for me, I cannot remember or figure out which verse was earlier. Okay, and he was like, hey, the earlier verse was that Muslims have to wage war, they have to fight. Okay, because the Prophet and his band were very persecuted down there in Makkah, and that was why this verse came. But later in Medina, there is another verse that says that nobody should be forced. But this is, I cannot wrap my mind around this after listening to you for a while.
So, my friend, did you decide to leave Islam or not yet?
Yeah, honestly, like, please don't tell anybody. Okay, yes, I already said I'm from West Africa. Okay, so yeah, that's okay. They will not locate me. So yeah, I honestly leave Islam. Okay.
All right.
I
Okay,
left.
so as long as you decide to leave Islam, we are very happy for you. What do you think about becoming Christian?
Yeah, for me, becoming Christian also, I try to, I managed to got a copy of a Bible, okay, to try to read myself when I was not very busy, you know. And I came across some passages that were really difficult to me, you know.
Like what?
So maybe
Give me some, so I can help you.
okay, the passages has to do with slavery, okay? Has to do with slavery. And I was seeing in the passage was like, hey, you have to obey your master. Even if your master is not looking at you, you have to do your work as if he is watching over you. Okay? Yeah, and I was like, who is speaking here? Is it some kind of prophet, or is it Jehovah or Yahweh, or who is speaking here? And the few Christian friends that I'm having around, they said, "Hey, this is Yahweh or Jehovah, the supreme power speaking."
You see, my friend, when the Bible speak about you have to obey your master, and this can appear in many places actually in the Bible. It's speaking to the Christians, right? Because who is the one who read the Bible? The Christians, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just, before you call me, we just showed you that even in the Old Testament, people they sell themselves, their service, to be a slave for the maximum of 7 years, which means 6 years and 1 day. And after that, they have to go let free. So being a slave here is not about Christianity is encouraging slavery. It's about being honest. You sold your service to your master. You are working for him. You are getting return in that. Let us say you are getting salary. You are getting wages. At that time, the wages can be, like you have a debt. Let us say you borrowed money from somebody. You could not pay him back. You say to him, I want to work for you for equal time of the money. Let us say I borrow from you $3,000. So, okay, how long, it's what is the wages at that time? For $3,000, let's say maybe 3 years. So I say I will work for you as your servant for 3 years. So the Bible is saying that you have to be honest when you serve your master. You don't cheat. You are not a liar. So when you serve with honesty. From your side, you have to be honest. Maybe he's not honest. Maybe he's a fraud. Maybe he's a bad person. Right?
Yeah.
But you, as a Christian, you always have to be decent with your master. So it's not about encouraging slavery, it's about being good Christians. Otherwise, Jesus never owned a slave, did he? He never owned a slave.
No.
Okay.
I never came across a scripture.
No, Jesus never even owned a donkey. So Jesus never owned a slave, never owned a human, never owned an animal, never owned a house. So Jesus and his disciples, they went around the world and they were very poor. They never owned anyone. They never bought anyone. They never, they don't have an army and soldiers and slaves and servants. Jesus himself, he washed the feet of his disciples, correct? I think you heard of that before, right?
Yeah, I heard of that.
So Jesus here is being a servant, and the disciples, they were the masters. He said to them, when they said to him, Lord, how we can let you do it? I mean, you are our Lord. He told them, he said, you cannot be a master without being a servant. So a Christian master, he have to be servant too. Right? So the servant here, my friend, when the Bible speaks about obeying your servant, is about don't be hypocrite. You will be a Christian and you do what what is your job is. Let us say I work now for Amazon, and I believe Amazon is a form of slavery. And actually, truly, I believe that those big companies, they are enslaving people.
Calm down. You said what? Amazon?
I believe Amazon and those big companies is a form of slavery today.
A form of slavery, okay.
A form of slavery, yeah, because they make billions, trillions of dollars, and you get $8 an hour, So they're what? You need them. You need them. So you give your life for them. You work for 20 years, and then you get what? Hardly you can afford to buy maybe an apartment. But the one who is your master is a filthy rich, right? So this is a form of slavery, but this slavery is different today. You go home, you watch TV when you are done, because here the master, he don't want to be responsible for you. So after the 8 hours of work, Go home because I would am responsible for you. Okay, just go. So slavery still exists, but it's different form. People use
So
people today is different
the
form.
definition of slavery.
However, if I accept to work for the beast of Amazon or Google, I have to be a decent as a Christian. I promise them a service, I have to do it. So this is what the Bible is teaching you, to be a decent human being. Don't tell them I will do the work, but you don't want to do it. Right?
Yeah. So I think I need to look into this even deeper and check it very well. But for me, like I told you, this was like a shutdown for me once I saw that.
No, my friend. Even the Bible, if you go to First Peter, it says, "Live as people who are free." This is okay. Live as people who are free, but he is not free. Live as people who are free, not using your freedom as a cover up for evil, but living as servant of God. So live as people who are free. So even if you aren't free, live as a free person. How you can be a free person? By not being a servant of the devil.
So
freedom
let me
for us, freedom for us as a Christians is to be free from the devil.
Okay, I got that.
Not really from a master, because a master, it can be a job, it can be a good for me. Even I like, let us say I exist now 3,000 years ago, when there's no companies, there's no jobs, there's only rich people, poor people. What I would do? What I would do? I will go to a rich man. I will say, I want to be your slave. At least he will give me my food. I will give me shelter. Otherwise, I will be homeless. I will die in the road. So slavery. If it's about capturing people to sell people, this is a different form of slavery. This is, you are capturing people and you are taking their freedom and then you sell them out. Slavery in war, well, they slave you, like the Jews we heard, as the Old Testament says, that the Jews themselves being enslaved. The whole nation, the Egyptian, they enslaved them, and the Assyrian, they enslaved them too, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Egyptian are what? Aren't they African?
The Egyptians, from what I understand, during this time they were Africans, and also like the color was not even changed during this time.
But the point is, African in the old days is enslaving people too, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so slavery, it was a behavior, an act of all nations, regardless of the color. Black enslave white, black enslave black, white enslave white, white enslave black. So enslave Asian, enslave Asian. I mean, slavery is all over. However, the Bible, when he speaks about being obedience to your slave, is about being a decent person. Don't go and be a slave of a person and put poison for him, because you are his cook. Christianity is against evil. This is why in 1 Peter says, like, act as if you are free. Act as if you are free, and at the same time, never use your freedom as a cover-up for evil, but living as a servant of God. So when you see the word slavery, ask yourself the first question: how many slaves Jesus owned? And then you will know that Christianity, if a Christianity is sponsoring slavery, well, here we go. We have someone, the Christian believe is God, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if now Jesus said to me, hey, Christian Prince, I want you to be my slave, I will say I will be happy to do so. But Jesus still did not ask us to be slaves. He washed our feet. Do you see the point?
Yeah.
So Jesus and he is God. Jesus and he is God. He came to come as a servant for us. But he's God. So Jesus, he washed the feet of his disciples. Why somebody, he believe in slavery, and he have people who worship him literally as God? Why he want to wash their feet? They should wash his feet. He's the master. He's the Lord. But you see here that Jesus is teaching us to be very humble and to be not only down to earth, to be the earth itself. Like, be decent. It doesn't matter what the price is.
Yeah, I quoted the slavery passages that I came across in the Bible, and it was very difficult for me. Okay, and you can imagine, like, people like me, we've had and feel so terribly about when it's come to slavery. So I was not understanding very well, but I thought like whoever is speaking here is not making justice, because from my understanding of slavery is that there is no righteousness in this partnership. Somebody just literally taking you and then you are rendering a service, yeah, and this guy have no sympathy for you. He can even literally kill you anytime. He can do any bad things to you. So you are just a slave. And even your children who are born into the system, they will also be slave. People have to undergo a terrible time. So I was
people they do
yeah.
things, but as I said to you, like in the book, in the Bible, it says there's no neither a Jew nor a Greek nor a slave nor a free, for all is one in Christ Jesus. So the Bible teaching us that all of us we are equal, and this is in Galatians 3. All of us we are equal. There's no black, there's no white, there's no Roman, Greek, and there's no Hebrew. There's no Asian, there's no white man, there's no African, there's nothing. All of this will disappear with Jesus. So Jesus, my friend, will destroy racism, not only slavery. If a person is a true Christian, he cannot look at you down because you are black. And if a black person is a true Christian, he cannot look at a white man down because he's white. Why? Because Jesus, God he loved the world, he sent his only begotten son. He loved the world. So you are from Mali, I am from the Middle East. You are African, I am an Arab. But I believe Jesus, he came to me the same as he came to you. He did not come to the white, he did not come to the black, he did not come to the Asian, he came to all of us, for God he loved the world. So my friend, according to Jesus, you are being loved and you are a child of God, and Jesus, he loves you. This is why the Bible make it so clear. For all of us, when we are baptized into Christ, we have the clothes of a Christ. So I invite you today to accept Jesus as your Lord, so you can receive the baptism, and you can be, me and you, we can be free forever from the slavery of the man and the unjust of a human being. Because in the heaven of the Lord, there's no unjust. In Islam, Allah will give you 80,000 child as slaves, endless numbers of females as sex slaves. Even in the heaven of this garbage religion, there's a slaves. With Jesus, he and she, they will not be married. They will be the same as angels. So what Jesus meant, that when you are a Christian, you will be free like an angel. He will free you from everything, even from your needs. You do not need food. You do not need sex. You don't have a master. You don't have a slave. You do not desire anything evil. So Jesus, he free you. Muhammad, he enslave you. So I'm asking you now, my friend, would you accept Jesus as your savior? You do?
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared. Okay, I don't want to make any terrible mistake that I will regret for the rest of my life. Okay, so one thing I can tell you that I'm convinced from the evidence that I see so far. Okay, I cannot be a Muslim. That one I'm convinced. Yeah, so I have to find a way to talk to my mom about this. Okay, because I share everything with my mom. Okay, and she's the only person in the world who can understand me, yeah, like the rest. Okay, so yeah, but I know it's gonna be difficult, and I know she's gonna be shocked. Yeah, but I hope that eventually she will have to accept it, because she loves me so much and I love her also. Yeah, and for me to just stood here and tell you, yeah, I can be a Christian today without even getting myself familiarized, yeah, deeply about the Bible and Christianity and about the life of Jesus, etc. I think it will be a little bit premature. And this is nothing against you, yeah, please.
No, it's okay. For me, I invite you, I explain to you, and it's up to you to accept or not. Anyway, feel free to contact me in any time if you think you have more questions, or if you decide to accept.
Yeah, about the scholar, I will make sure that I establish contact. If it works, I will text you.
Always, you do not need to tell me. You just tell him. You can just bring him and let him call me if he dare to call.
Yeah, and before I leave you, my brother, my dear brother, what is your take and understanding about when Jesus was asked in the courtroom, is he really the king of the Jews? But he was not answering as I am expecting him to answer. He was like, you yourself said.
Oh,
And
so he said, why you asking me if you know who I
yeah,
am?
yeah. So for me, in my own little or my not very advanced knowledge, I was expecting Jesus to say, yeah, if the accusation was correct, yes, what they accuse me is, yes, I'm the king or I'm not the king.
I am
Okay,
the
but
king for sure, and that's why they crucified him. You
yeah,
see?
but he himself did not confirm that.
No, he
He was
confirmed. He said, you said so. He did not say, no, I am not. He said, you said so, so you just admit that I'm the king.
okay. That's his conversation. That's his way of. Okay. Wow.
See,
Yeah.
my friend, if you say to me, let us say I claim to be a prophet, and you say to me, are you saying you're a prophet? I say to you, you just said so. So I'm saying to you, are you stupid or what? You just agreed that I am.
But don't you think that's a little
A
bit?
person in the court, he don't want to be punished. He will say, no, I did not say that, because this is why he's there. Because he claimed to be the Son of God, he claimed to be the King of the Kings. So they are reading for him the crimes he did. So he should say, no, I did not. So he can save himself, right? So he did not say no. He said,
No.
you said so.
My perspective is that Jesus Christ is a righteous man. He is even considered as a God. He have no errors. So I was expecting him to say, yes, I'm the King of the Jews, because at the end of the day,
He
he
said that
has nothing
already.
to lose.
You know, Jesus did not need to say what he said a million times. The whole idea of him to be there is because he claimed to be a person who forgives sin. The Jews, they said to him, who is the one who forgives sin? You know, how you can forgive sin? Isn't it only God forgives sin? When Jesus says, before Abraham I am, before Abraham I am, he is claiming to be exist before his birth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so before Abraham I am, that's mean I am not like you. I am exist since the beginning of time. When Jesus says, I am from above, you are from below. Well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
There is somebody from above except God. So you are from above, I am from above, you are from below. Do Jesus need to repeat that again and again? So they are taking him to court for a very simple reason. Because of all those things he said, not only one thing he said. All of them is a crime according to the rabbis, and he have to pay for it because he claimed to be God. King is not a big deal. I mean, being a king or not. And Jesus obviously is not being a king as a normal king of today. The Bible is speaking about him, the one who will come and he will be, he is a king of the kings, not a king, you know. So the king of Israel is not about being a king of a nation called Israel. It's about the king of all mankind, not a king of with the, you know, he have a throne from the Roman. If the Caesar of the Roman, he like Jesus, he say, okay, you will become the king of Jerusalem. I will make you a king. Go ahead. But that will not make Jesus God, right?
Yeah. When I was seeing these passages, I was like, oh, the politicians in Israel during this time, they were scared that Jesus will overtook them or overthrow them, and this is why this question came: is this accusation correct that you are the king of the Jews or Israel? Or I cannot remember the exact wordings, but it's like this is what he was asked, and Jesus was not answering like directly. He was like, yeah, you yourself said it, and as a result, he was crucified. So then we can say the crucifixion of Jesus Christ was even legitimate or justified. There is no problem in that, you know. So, what did you think about the crucifixion of Jesus Christ?
My friend, the Bible is not a sentence. It's a life story of Jesus, correct? So in order to understand who is Jesus, you have to read what Jesus said, not only one sentence. So like the Jews, they said to him, should we pay tax to Caesar? Should we pay tax to Caesar? Jesus did not say pay tax or don't pay tax. He said to them, show me the coin you have in your hand, you know, in your pocket. Do you have some coins? Show us. So the guy, he grabbed, the rabbi, he grabbed a coin, and you know, he told him, okay, this picture in the coin is belong to whom? He said, to Caesar. So Jesus says, give to Caesar what is to Caesar. So here Jesus did not say pay tax. He never said pay tax to Caesar. He just told them that you are a bunch of hypocrites. You are questioning if we should pay tax, but you are using the money of the Caesar. Because the one who don't approve Caesar tax should not approve his money too. Right? Correct?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I don't agree this guy, he is my king, so why I'm carrying his money? Why I'm carrying a coin, have his pictures?
Yeah, maybe because the coins can get you some stuff that you might otherwise not have. So it's maybe selfishness, you know. Yeah, you just want to. There is it's your interest that if you can use the money to get something. So even if you don't like where the money is coming from, who create the money, but you can use the money to, to gain your own satisfaction in it. But this is me speculating. I don't know if this was their reason. Okay, but your point is well made. If you don't agree with the king, you don't have to do anything that comes from the king. Yeah. I think this is very, very difficult. Like today in the modern world, many people, they don't agree with the politicians. They think they are like in contravention with what is going on, the regulations. But every day they are taking the Straßenbahn, community train, going to work, coming back, so it's crazy, man. I don't know. But for me, I decided not to be a Muslim. So now it is 2 years now I'm not a Muslim. And during these 2 years, I came across a lot of materials, but the best material that get me what I want. Okay, I have to be honest.
Okay, my
So
friend. Anytime, feel free to call me, and I will be happy to take you. All right.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have a Muslim here. He is saying he want to read for us verses from a book, and those verses he is saying. Well, here it says that you can take a slave, a male and female, and you can buy them from other nations. Here we show you how stupid you are, Abdul, the one who is posting for me this comment. The Abdul before you who called me, he says, a man, he is selling his daughter. So I was answering about a man selling his daughter. But we never said in the Old Testament there's no slavery. We are speaking about a man who was selling his daughter. So you are a certified idiot. And look how hypocrite you are. You quote for me the book chapter 25 verse number 44, 46. But why you did not quote the verses before it? The answer, because you are a mule. And you are a hypocrite. We as a Christians, we don't deny what is in our book. It is you Muslims who deny it. And remember, we are comparing what is exist 3,000-4,000 years ago to the mentality of people today. Yet, even 3,000 years ago, if a master, he broke a tooth of his slave, he have to let him free. If he broke a tooth of his slave, he have to let him free. So if a human being want to be honest for a second, that a human being cannot be a Muslim. In the same time, if slavery is bad for the Muhammadan, all of Islam is about slavery. Nobody owns slaves as much as Muhammad. The caliphate, one of the caliphate, he have in one palace more than 10,000 women just for belly dancing. Not even for cooking, not to serve, just for belly dancing. Muhammad himself, he have tons of them all around his house. Muhammad, he received slaves as gifts. So when you bring us the Old Testament was exist long before the faith in Muhammad is exist. Human being is going forward, Muhammad is going backward. This is the truth. Muhammad is a scam. if Christianity into slavery, then Jesus, why he did not own slaves? What is the problem exactly? Who is holding Peter and Paul and John and all the disciples of Jesus to have slaves? It is the time of slavery. Jesus, who make the blind see, cannot he make money to buy a slave? Let us say he is not God, as the Muslim they claim. Why he don't act like Muhammad? Can't he ask the 12 disciples to go and buy some sword and attack people in the street and arrest them and make them slaves? Muhammad even forbid a Muslim man to marry a slave girl. Look at the madness we see in front of us. If you go in the Quran, you will see the following. Let us see which verse. When a Muslim woman, she married her own slave, she was executed. Let me try to find the story. All right, we found the reference. This is a very well-known Islamic terrorist website, Al-Islamu Su'alun wa Jawab, Islamic question and answer. This is fatwa number 153718. Question: is it allowed for a woman to sleep with her slave? We will find later the answer no. What about marrying the slave? No. Translate. I will use Google translation. Is it permissible for the woman to have intercourse with her property? They translate the word abd, which means black slave, as a property. Answer: it is not. Okay. Why? Because she is a lady. Okay, we continue. Is it forbidden for a slave to marry his mistress? To marry, not to sleep, to marry. The answer: no. Okay, why a Muslim woman, she cannot marry her slave? Is it? If we go in the Bible, can a man marry his slave? He can. In Islam, you can have sex with a slave if she is a female, but the slave, he cannot have sex with Muslim women and he cannot even marry her. What if a Muslim slave, he married without permission of his master. If he do that, he committed adultery. So my friend, we as a Christians, we do not deny that in the Old Testament there is a slavery. It is the Muslims who try to cover up all the stupid things in the world. There's a video of this guy, son of Muta, Uthman ibn Farouk. He was speaking to a Christian woman. He says, in the Bible it says your property. Do you agree with that? In the Bible it says your property. Do you agree with that? Or the Quran says your property? So those cowards, they have no dignity, no honesty. And now let us see if this guy who wanna get me busted, he can speak to us. Do we have the courage to answer and talk? Let us see. Yeah, text terrorist, you don't dare to answer. Let us see other Abdul. Yes, Abdul, how are you? You are a Hindu or you are a Muslim?
I'm a Hindu and am I audible to you, Christian Prince?
So what?
I'm a Hindu. Actually, I'm the correct word is not Hindu, it's Sanatan Dharma, but it's okay. I'll go with Hindu.
All right, why you are calling me?
I'm very glad you accepted my call. Thanks. But like, I thought like
you said you
no, because I thought like normally YouTubers they say they accept calls, but you actually do. No, that's like hats off to you.
I understand what.
Like lot of people they say they accept random calls, random people, but they don't. But you actually do. So hats off to you.
Yeah, because you said to me you want to get me busted. That's why I was interested.
Yeah,
because I like to see somebody get me busted.
You said very funny thing. Okay. Like if I hold a coin or a currency and the person who is on that currency, I feel like he is my king. Okay. So who do you have on your currency right now?
The dollar.
Yep. So whose image is on the dollar right now?
Whoever. I am American citizen. I was in the American army.
So is that person your king?
Yes, he is. He's the ruler and the of the country.
So do you have who is I'm for like Joe Biden's image on that photo?
My friend, he is the president right now. Yeah, he can send me to jail if he wants.
Yeah.
He is in charge. He can go in war. He can attack your country. So he is the king of this country. So what the problem now?
Yeah, but his image is not on your currency, right?
Don't be silly. Don't be silly. So
what?
If
you said that? Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
no, we will not say that. You are just
silly, right?
Just being a silly. Mr. Beef. Listen to me carefully. When Jesus he saw to them at that time, the coins will have the same image of the Caesar. So who is the one who his image there? They said Caesar. Yes. So he said to them, give what to Caesar. And you are being silly.
I agree.
So either you speak smart or I'm going to
when British were ruling India, so we had British images on India, right?
Yeah.
So that means
okay, hold on. So let us ask you, when the British they rule India, you obey who?
We don't obey. We were forced to obey. That is a different thing.
You obey, and those the Jews are forced to. They
not everybody is obeying. Not
listen,
people are openly saying.
Just go. I mean, I want to speak to people. They have even interesting point of anything. Don't waste my time, stupid idiot. The Jews they are in their occupation too, and they've been forced to. So they are being hypocrite. If you really are a revolutionary against the occupation, then don't carry the money of the occupation. Use your own money. Use money of anybody, but not the one who occupy you. So they are hypocrite. They are standing in the court, which is a Roman court. Which means the rabbi, they are taking their authority from the Roman. Their position from the Roman. The soldiers who arrested Jesus, they brought him to the court, they are Roman. And yet they are hypocrite. They don't want to say that we are obeying Roman. Mr. Hindu, I appreciate you, you know, and I believe Muhammadi appreciate you too. This is why he made the biggest chapter in the Quran, the cow chapter. Don't please tell me about philosophy, because obviously your philosophy is awkward like Muhammad. You know, I like to speak to smart people. When somebody is stupid, don't waste my time. The purpose of that question is, if Jesus said, pay the tax to Caesar, then he is approving the authority of Caesar. So how he is the king of the Jews? If Jesus said, don't pay tax to Caesar, he will have a problem with Caesar. But Jesus don't care about both. Jesus, he said to them, you are a bunch of hypocrites. You have the money of Caesar, you work for Caesar, you get salary from Caesar. All those rabbis, they get paid by Caesar. What people don't understand, that the Roman, they occupy the Holy Land, but the rabbis, they are under the authority of Caesar. Their houses exist, they have salary, they live fancy life. This is why they are the council in the court. The ruler, he just do, they are the jury. The ruler, he does just do what they say. Who you want me to crucify? The rabbi, they say Jesus. So they are there because simply they are employee of Caesar, not only carrying the money of Caesar. You remind me of Zakir Naik. Brother and sister, today I'm going to tell you something about India. In India we like curry. And because we like curry, we are very curry people. Abdu, what's wrong with you? What kind of logic you brought to me? However, Zakir Naik, he come to us with better smart argument than yours. He said that Hindus and Muslims, they share the same concept of God. And maybe that explains why you are being stupid. Like Zakir Naik. This is Zuzu telling us about the concept of God.
Accepting that candidate as God. And this is exactly what is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures, the same 4 points. The first is, Qul huwallahu ahad. Say he is Allah one and only. Same as Chandogya Upanishad, chapter number 6, section number 2, verse number 1, which says, Ekkam evidityam. God is only one, without a second. The second point, Allahu Samad. Allah, the absolute eternal. Same thing which you mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 10, verse number 3, that Almighty God is the supreme Lord of all the worlds. Point number 3. Lam yalid walam yulad. He begets not, nor is begotten.
And look at those potatoes. They are looking like, so now we became Hindus? Hey Christians, anytime a Muslim, he says to you, we worship unique God, no one like him, tell him you are a liar, because Zakir Naik, he says that we have the same concept of God. If the Muslim, they say, we are people who believe in the monotheism, say to them, well, the Hindus are monotheists. And this is the video in front of you. Even it's called the concept of God in Islam. This is how desperate those potatoes are. And now the cousin of Zakir Naik, he called me, Christian Prince. You said that he said to them, throw me the coin. But what is the coin in your mixer, in the mixer of the dollar you have today? Do you have Joe Biden? I mean, look how silly. Don't get married, man. Don't get married. She will leave you. She will leave you even with the turtle. Even the turtle is so fast, I mean, so slow to run, but I think she is faster than you. I feel sorry for your wife. Is that how you talk to her? Do you have the picture of Joe Biden in the dollar today? Oh, because we don't have the picture of Joe Biden, that means Joe Biden is not the president. Because in order for him to be the president, we have to bear the picture of Joe Biden. Okay? You are genius, man. Don't just, please, Hindu people, Indian people, don't make this guy a prime minister. He will screw you. Look at the deep logic. That's deep. We have to admit that's really deep. I hope your mother, she did not make many of you, many copy. I mean, make many babies is okay, but copy like you, that's horrible. Do you have the picture of Joe Biden? Thank God they don't put his picture there. Man. They will not put his picture, they will put their, you know the thing. We are created by the thing, you know, and you know the thing. You know. Even Joe Biden do not know his name. So, do you have the picture of Joe? Where those people coming to me from? I mean, God, what I did to you. Oh, God, please, don't send me this idiot, please. Enough is enough. Thank you, Lord, for everything. Oh, boy. You know, when I say stupidity is amazing, I have my reasons, and it is amazing. Sometimes you know, people, they say to me, well, God, they created us all as equal, right? Yes, he did. But people, they choose to be donkeys. They choose. I mean, why this guy, he come to such a conclusion? This guy, he was sitting home, listening to me, and supposedly he got an idea. Oh, I'm going to call him now. And this is what he said to me in the chat. He said, I get you red-handed or something like that. So I get excited. Okay, this guy want to get me busted. Let us see what he want to say. And then he called me to prove to me that the picture is not Joe Biden there. That was deep. My friend, how they will take even the picture of Joe Biden if the guy never, he's just asleep. He cannot even keep his eyes open in front of the camera for 2 minutes. Anyway, I hope today we have a good time exposing this coward, this liar, Tovia Singer. And if you are a Muslim, I advise you, for fun, for the sake of fun, tell this coward why you don't dare to debate a Christian prince. What he will lose. If he is a rabbi and he have a strong knowledge, is it going to be a problem? And I offered him, I sent him an email, even I made a comment in his page. Would he dare ever, this potato? You are just a snake. You are not even a man. Do you dare to say to the Muslim the same what you say to the Christians? Do you dare to say to the Muslim that Jesus is not the Christ and your prophet is a liar? You are a potato. And here, we fried you. And actually, you turn red. Look, when I started the video, he wasn't red. I mean, what happened to his face? You were on the beach, weren't you, huh? Ah, bad boy. What you were doing in the beach, hamster? And he speaks like Zachariah, by the way. Unbelievable. So I hope we have a good time. Don't forget to download my videos. I want to remind you that soon we will start going in my other channel, Arabian Prophet, not this one. So don't forget to subscribe to the Arabian channel page. So if we stop coming here, you will not think we disappear. All right, we will be in the other channel. I have those two major channels. This one have a small number, just 73,000, something like that. We will move to the other one because we waited for sleep for some time. This is what I do. I put one for sleep and then I go to the other one. You know, it's just a backup channel. So soon we will be in the other channel and we will continue exposing hamsters. Yesterday, we make a video about hamsters. Few of you watch it, I don't know why, which is funny and extremely good for you, for your health. Don't you want to know how Allah, He warned us about hamster, that hamster was hired by Satan and he worked for Satan? Please watch it. It's just a video we made yesterday. All right? And with the hamster prophet, I mean, if Muhammad became a prophet, why hamster will not be? That is a good question, isn't it? If Muhammad, actually hamster is way more decent. We have to be honest here. Can we compare even a hamster? Have you ever heard of a hamster saying to the other hamsters, let us attack the neighbors, they have a blondie hamsters? They don't do that. Have you ever heard of a hamster saying, if you follow me, I am Mr. Hamster, you are going to get an Indus penis hamster? A hamster will not do that. Have you ever seen a hamster saying, any hamster female, she want to give herself to me so she can get close to Allah as the guy who called me and we hang up on him? That's what he said to us. Why women, they want to sleep with Muhammad? He says, because Muslim women, they are attractive for famous one. But this is Allah saying that. What famous one? And the coward, he changed his mind. Last time he called me, he says, because they want to be close to Allah. So how you can get close to Allah? By being close to his prophet penis. Have you ever heard of a hamster saying, you can be close to God by being close to the hamster penis? Even hamster don't do that. So do you have a brain of hamster? I don't think so. Hamster is smarter. God bless you. Christ is Lord, and we are His strong with faith, and we will never be ashamed of our faith, not like them, those cowards who deny jihad, who deny slavery, who deny their hatred, they deny that they abuse women, they deny everything in their religion. Why? Because they are ashamed of it. With Christ we have no shame. With Christ we have no slavery, for He never owned a slave. I don't follow a Jewish rabbi who owned a slave. I follow Jesus. He never owned one. He never ordered to own one. He never said you go and have one. And even the law of the Torah, God, He gave Moses the 10 Commandments. That is the commandment of God. There's the law of the man and there's the law of God. The law of God, don't kill, don't lie, don't cheat, don't. That is the law of God. And the law of Jesus is in total agreement. Don't kill, don't cheat, don't lie. Wish to your neighbor what you wish to yourself. That is Jesus. Who is your Muhammad? We will find out more in the coming episode. Subscribe. Be free to join us. You can join us in Patreon if you like, so you can be updated about where we will be in the coming broadcast. God bless you. Thank you very much. Christ is Lord. Islam is a scam, and Islam without lies dies. Take care.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned. If this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him,